Junkie going pretty, boy.
Blessed and still breathing. Yeah. When you think back of all the things we done went through in this life, all the tragedies, all the ups and all the downs, the obstacles we overcame, all I can say is I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Junkie going pretty, boy.
Realville. Came up in the Realville. The real village. Man, we didn't want for nothing. Nah, not the teaching. I'm just saying though. Walk with me. They say pressure bust pipes. The glass is half full if you never been loved right. My destiny is rise and shine like floodlights. Create a better way for me and my bloodline. This for Lil Jean, life on the line. Working my grind for a little cream. It's like a movie prime time, living out the scenes. I stay cautious, shit ain't never what it seems. Friend turn into your foe, doing strange things. Life makes the heart hard, give a lot of scars. Sick of being sick and tired, staying on guard. But I'm blessed and still breathing. Trying to stay strong cause my neighborhood's grieving. Surviving through killer season. Senseless murders got the babies out here bleeding. That's right. I'm a father that ain't leaving. I'm blessed and still breathing. Blessed and still breathing. Surviving through killer season. Blessed and still breathing. I'm blessed and still breathing. Coming out the trenches, couldn't see it. Begging for my soul to be saved, cause I need it. Past times getting caught up the deepest. Me against the world, let me know I wouldn't be shit. Opportunity to win, I'ma seize it. And though my soul's bleeding, I'm blessed and still breathing. Surviving through killer season. Blessed and still breathing, I'm blessed and still breathing. Coming out the trenches, couldn't see it. Begging for my soul to be saved, cause I need it. Past times getting caught up the deepest. Me against the world, let me know I wouldn't be shit. Opportunity to win, I'ma seize it. And though my soul's bleeding, I'm blessed and still breathing.
Junkie going pretty, boy.
Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Good morning, motherfuckers. I hear you, Kenneth, nigga. I hear you, buggers. I'm gonna keep breathing, niggas. That's all it is. Every day, it's always something to happen to make a nigga won't give up. Guess what? Man, I can't do that shit. I got babies that love me, that look up to me and shit. People that think I'm stronger than them and think I got it together and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's what life is, baby. Obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. But you know what? I wake up every day and I'm blessed to still breathing. So good morning, y'all. And make it to work safe, man. I know y'all got that little, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody like to go to work late and drive fast and the motherfucker try to run people off the road, but you got to relax today. Just relax. Take it easy. Let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's show some patience. Let's show some growing up. And let's show that we ain't trying to die to get to our job. You feel me? Ain't nobody never trying to die to get to no motherfucking job. We ain't about to do that shit. Happy end though. This morning, kind of just hully gully, but I got some shit, you know what I'm saying? I might do a reaction to some shit. You know? I got a reaction to some shit. I don't know if y'all know about the Queen Shazara, but I'm gonna let her spit a little bit. Y'all just tell me what the fuck y'all think. Feel me? Everything. But I came up with something earlier today. Since, you know what I'm saying, we living in the cliche world, so I came up with something today. It's basically this. The definition of content is knowing that you're doing your best, but also realizing that you can't control everything. You know what I'm saying? That's the, you know what I'm saying? That's the key to being content. That don't mean you're going to be content past you don't want to do better or you don't want more. but you are content with the fact that you are doing your best. You know what I'm saying? And that the other things, some of those things you can't control in life. You feel me? Like bills. You know what I'm saying? How another person might react towards you. You can't control that shit. But what you can control is working hard, you know what I'm saying, striving to pay your bills, paying your bills, taking care of your kids, being decent to people, being decent to your fucking neighbor. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit you can control. You got to be content with that sometimes in life. You know what I'm saying? I know we all want to change the world and have everybody think like how we think, you know, move how we move, but that's not how life goes. 8 billion people plus in this world, and everybody's thinking different and moving different. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole spectrum of people out here. And you might have people that's kind of like you, your kind, or you know what I'm saying, your feel or your vibe, but at the end of the day, everybody's different. You can't base nothing that you got going on something that somebody else got going on unless it's experiences. You know what I'm saying? Now we all experience similar shit. And we all go through shit. We all done been up and we all done been down. Guess what? We blessed to still breathe. I know young man used to be coming like this, ain't came like this in a while. Sometimes I sit back and I be like, man, fuck my people. And these niggas are slow, they retarded, motherfuckers move on. All they do is move with fads and fashion and look past the person because of what they wearing and because it ain't what they wear. Like I get fed up sometimes to be like, fuck my peoples. But you know what? At the end of the day, I still love my peoples and I want us to all be better mentally. That's where it really matters at. Fuck your physical. You can't take none of that shit with you. You can't really take the mental with you, but you can take what you leave behind, you know what I'm saying, and put that into the people that's coming up under you. That'll be left behind. I'd rather be, you know what I'm saying, known for having good character, hard working person, you know what I'm saying, stand up nigga, before I be remembered for some fucking material shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, nigga was cold. That nigga did have that motherfucking Tahoe. Like, I don't want to. Nah, I'm cool with that shit. Feel me? I got kids looking up to me, man. I'm God to them. I'm a bullshit ass nigga to the world, but to my kids, I'm God. You hear me? But the youngest say, no cap. Shit. I'm a God to my kids. Yeah. So that's what I mean by saying I'm blessed to still breathing. We all gonna have them cycles and them troubles and them times where it's trouble. And you ain't gonna see daylight sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see an out. You ain't gonna see a way to, you know, get you some peace or get you some stress relief. But you know, I'm gonna use something that everybody always says. He only put on you what you can handle. That's the higher power, the creator, whoever you believe in. Jesus, Allah, nigga, whatever that other nigga's name is, y'all be believing in. You know how it goes. That's real talk. He only gonna put on you what you can handle. So there's never a place that's too low. You know, if you low, it ain't nothing but up. You might go down a little more. Sometimes you gotta see the worst. You know what I'm saying? So if you one of them people that woke up this morning, you might have woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I tell you, like I always tell you, you take your motherfucking ass in that bathroom, you look in that mirror and you say, nigga, you the shit. Baby girl, you the shit. And I'm about to murder this shit out today. It might sound corny, but shit. It works. It's a good thing. It ain't nothing that I would be, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing that I'm ashamed to share. Because I do it all the motherfucking time. I be in the mirror like, Nick, you about to kill this shit. I already know you are, nigga. I know you. That's what I'm saying. I know you, nigga. I know how you about to move, nigga. Just, you know, get your shit right. That's how I talk to myself in the goddamn mirror. You hear me? Just try it. Just try it. And go in the car and play your most favorite upbeat song, because music, the vibrations will get you there. Go play your most favorite song or whatever and just get yourself ready. Because guess what? We're going to have a good day, but it's going to be bullshit through the day. I'm trying to know that. Real talk. On that note, let me let the queen speak a little bit, babe. Tell me what y'all think.
In white people's house. Where did the idea come from to create the book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman? And did the wisdom in the book come from literature or just life observations?
Well, I got the idea. I had written a book in 1985. Oh, these all seem so long time ago. But anyway, I had written a book called How Not to Eat Pork, A Life Without the Pig. Okay. And I was going around with that, taking a microscope, showing the people how to kind of worm, look at the muscle in the brain, and I was, like I said, I've always been an activist of some kind, trying to do something for us. And I noticed that the men were saying, "Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, I'm gonna get with that." Da, da, da. And they were more in agreement. And the sisters were, "He gonna eat what I cook. I've been cooking it. He been eating it, and my grandma ate it, and she's still here. She ate it, And I said, "Wait a minute, what's happening here?" And that happened a few times. Not a lot of people, but a few times that caught my ear. And I said, "Now we are withholding the proper food from the Black man, and food is what sustains life. What else are we withholding that is affecting his development and success?" And so then I started looking at us, which had not been done, because prior to me writing The Black Man's Guide, and it was released in March of 1990, I wrote it in 1989. But was that we did not want to take too much any accountability for the condition of our families and the failure of our families and the undisciplined children, everything. And because then everything was blamed on the Black man. He ain't this, he ain't in the house, he ain't paying this, he not working, he not whatever. With us negating the fact that he was under, you all were under a terrible system. You didn't have anything going. You were still held back by your color, not your ability. And I didn't like that, because I had a wonderful husband. And I had great sons as a result of that. And I did not want you all to continue to function without really knowing us like we thought we knew you. Okay. We had support in every negative idea we had about every Black man. Okay. And the Black man you see now is not the Black man of the 50s and 60s and 70s. Okay. They have grafted you all in a way. You all a whole new different people than the kind of men we knew. Okay. But at any rate, I wanted to just study us and look at that. And so I got it from traveling, interviewing people, and the foundational principles of what makes success in a relationship, and from myself, and just a lot of different, aspects of life. I started, gathering that information. It was there all along. The Black Man's Guide is not a surprise. It's just the first time y'all seen it in print.
Right. And she wrote this book in the 80s. And she was telling us how we were going to be as men and women in the future. 2023, everything this woman said in this book is fucking true. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are different. We are a different Black man than the one she came up with. We weak. We emotional. We act like our mamas. See what I'm saying? We fronting. We put on shows. It's just like that made the men that she grew up. That made the men she grew up loving. The men she grew up loving took care of families. You know what I'm saying? They came home. They didn't complain. Now, one thing she said about the food, yeah, the Black men back in the days would eat anything the woman cooked, but she was cooking them real meals. You know what I'm saying? She was cooking them, nice meals. So I get where she's coming from. But as far as what she said about the Black man, that's us. We fucked up. We young-minded. We emotional. We act like our moms. We trying to prove something to everybody. And the bravado of trying to be tough is just way past comprehension. Because any man that's a man standing on shit ain't trying to be tough. You know what I'm saying? Just be a man around me. You know what I'm saying? Just be a man. That's it. I'm going to let her keep going, though. My bad, y'all. And hold on. Before I do that. So the book she's referencing is this book right here. I want y'all to just hear a couple of little excerpts. Now, she wrote this shit in the 80s. The quality's bad. You know what I'm saying? all that. And she became like an enemy. Like black women wasn't feeling this shit. And black men was like, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? It's just her perspective. It's how she saw it. You feel me? Hey, let's go.
Seen something about my book around the country. I've been on a national tour for 12 months. And I'm doing a lecture tour, people a little relief because so many things have been taken out of context and it has created a lot of confusion. My position is that the black woman's disrespect and rebellion against the leadership and the authority of the black man is a direct cause of the breakdown in our black family structure. Now, of course, there are many black people who consider those fighting words because as black women, we have never been subject to the kind of examination
how you doing, bro?
that our men have been subject to since we have been here. We have been somewhat protected and shielded from any kind of critiquing about our personal behavior, whereas our men have always been up for examination. The book is not an attack on black women. I have never said that all black women do everything that I list in my book. None of us have lived long enough to do everything that I list in the book, but most of us do some of the things that I've listed in my book. And I do say that it is not because of generalizations that we are all victimized by some of the negative patterns of behavior in the book, but the book just represents our collective contribution. This is some of everything that we have done or that we do daily that contributes to the breakup of our relationship, the destruction of our man, and the failure of our children to be able to function. They did not tell us that all of that being my own person and I'm independent would lead to separation, loneliness, celibacy, and lesbianism. They didn't tell us that if you give up the man, you're going to take one of these things and it's worse and it will destroy your nation. They didn't give us that information. They made us think that it was some kind of glorified position to brag about the fact that I got my own job, my own credit card, my own car, so I don't need no man. I don't even know how we got that mixed up. Ain't none of that got nothing to do with being with no man.
This is in the motherfucking 80s. It's 2023. This is 30 fucking years ago. Just peep her out, man. She's dropping some jewels in this bitch. Real talk.
We have some serious relationship problems that nobody has been able to address us on because everybody wants to pretend that this is not going on. Over 60% of our women are single, widowed, separated, or divorced. They don't have a man. I just came out of Florida and they got a housing complex that the Urban League built, which is a black organization that is for women and children only. They say they don't allow any men in there. I didn't have time to deal with it, but I talked about them real bad. That's the silliest program I've ever heard of. You know them women that had men if they got a bunch of children. They need fathers. They need protection. We hear about the drug problem that we have in our projects across the country. It's one of the major places that we have a drug problem. We talk about the great strength that we have as black women. Well, the welfare department don't rent government apartments to single black men. Those apartments belong to black women who are allowing this to go on in their home. We have not looked at what part of the responsibility do we share. Yes, black men sell a lot of drugs, and a lot of us black women get the money from them drugs and buy some of these fancy clothes we wear, drive around in some of these fancy cars. He is not doing these things alone and without support from us, whether they are good or bad. See, we have a lot of power. We are very strong women. I'm saying that we're using our strength in the wrong direction. We're using it to tear our man down, tear our nation down instead of building it up. Having an education and a job does not necessarily mean you have a successful life. I keep telling black women that to raise a child, they say, well, I provided with food, clothing, and shelter. That's not raising a child, that's maintaining one. To raise a child, you need a parental coalition of a man and a woman. We have sons who by not having a father.
Just know I'm going to stop this a whole bunch of fucking times, though. Just know I'm going to stop a whole bunch of times. Let's get that out in the open right the fuck now. Just because you clothe, feed, you know what I'm saying, and shelter, house your child, don't mean you fucking raising them. Real talk. And we too old for this shit, y'all, to even be thinking like that. There's too much that goes into parenting to make you think that that's the only thing there is for raising a child. You know what I'm saying? Hell no. But that's even men say that shit. But it's definitely something that women say. You know what I'm saying? That I feed them, I clothe them, and they feel like that's the raising. And in this era right now, where we in this social media era, where nobody can get away from their phone, nobody can stay off social media, there's no attention being paid to the child. There's no nurturing. You know what I'm saying? We thinking about us, but we got to realize that our kids got to live in this world. We in the fourth quarter, y'all. We in the third quarter. My bad. We in the third quarter. Down 20, down 20 points. We in the third quarter. That means people that's 40 and above, 37 and above. Nigga, you lived your life. Now it's time to put all that energy into these motherfucking kids. I had to stop it there because I see so much nowadays where it's like the material shit you got and what you provide makes you think that you really raising these motherfucking kids. You not. Yeah, the algorithm ain't gonna like us, bro. I hear you, cuz, for real. Because this, you know what I'm saying, the truth always hurts. This is fucking 30 years ago. Now look, fast forward. Here we go, y'all. Fast forward 30 years from then. Look at the state of what we living in. Our kids is fucking disrespectful. They'll whoop their grandmother, nigga. They'll whoop granddaddy. They'll whoop a random old person in the streets. They don't know how to be men, most of the young men, and that's not a knock on them because it ain't their fault. It's our fault. They don't know how to be men. They walk with their head down. They fiddle and play with their fucking hair all day and shit. They don't know how to look people in the eye when they talking to them, only when they upset. You know what I'm saying? They cower into little positions when they get put in positions where they feel like mentally, like shit that you can't do with physicalness, like violence and all that. If it really takes using the brain and critical thinking, these little niggas cower and get into a corner. And I ain't talking about the kids that's out there going to school and being good kids. I'm talking about the ones that live in these hoods that run around like they grown when they're 14 and 15 years old all the way up. All the way up into these older niggas. It's niggas my age acting like that. Like you said, bro, emotional men. I'm one of them type of people. I go to work every day with the same look on my face. I don't say nothing fucked up to nobody, but I don't be speaking. So everybody's, are you okay? I'm always okay. I don't come to work to be emotional. I come to work. I'm a man. I'm a man's man. I was raised by them old niggas. Now I still got my mama in me. You know what I'm saying? Because I was raised by a single woman at the same time. But there's a line that you draw in between that. And we should have recognized it younger because now look at the end result. This is the end result for us. We won't see much more. We in the third fucking quarter. We almost up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a black man. I think our expectancy rate now is like 63. We might not make it to see 63. You know what I'm saying? I think black women's higher though. They living to be 80 and shit. And they be looking like they 30. Because black don't crack on everything. For real. Them sisters, yes, sir. But I had to stop it right there. I'm sorry, y'all, but man, she's dropping that knowledge. Here we go. We back to it.
In the home, they don't know how to respect women. They take on the black female emotionalism. They become bitchy. They're doubtful. They're indecisive. They can't make a decision. They don't know what to do about being a man because we can't teach them that. We don't have that knowledge. We have daughters who grew up in a home where they don't see any affection, where there's no man there. They go out into the world and try to mate. They don't have no idea how to be no woman to no man, how to function in a house with a man, because they haven't seen it. Most of our children, just like us, get all the information we have about how you be with a mate off television. It's the only medium that shows us anybody being together. Those rules have not worked for us. The white woman's liberation movement, we don't have anything to do with that. We have not been under the control of the black man for over 500 years. So what do we have to get liberated from them from? They haven't been our boss. That's the white woman and her man. They're going through that, and that's their business. We don't have any business being in that.
And guess what? Nowadays, the black man's only going to be in control and have somebody really, you see what women say, show me you can lead. And that means having all the money, having no emotion, like you can't show no type of emotion, and you have to damn near walk the chalk like you perfect. That's when a woman will follow your lead. You can't make mistakes. Man, in this life, you're gonna make mistakes. But if you're leading, you're consistent with it. You don't mind taking the lead and taking the fall for them goddamn mistakes. You know what I'm saying? We get up out of shit. Hell yeah, like for real. Now it's social media. It was TV at first, but now social media with goals and this and this. But it's 8 billion plus people in this world. My goals will not be the same as your goals. My relationship goals ain't gonna possibly be the same. Now we might get around some common shit that we both like, but I'm a different person. You're a different person. Everybody. So our shit won't be the same. For real. All right, I'm gonna keep going, y'all. I'm gonna let the sister speak because she going in.
They only introduced it to break down the civil rights movement. Civil rights movement started with the black man, the black woman, and the black child standing together, trying to plead for freedom, justice, and equality, and more benefits in the country that they had built. They threw the white woman in there with the women's liberation movement and made it a woman against man thing. Man. That created a big separation between black men and black women because then everybody started going for self. Then they bring the welfare system in and tell us in order to feed and clothe and house our children, we have to give up our man. You have to put the man out of the house. When the white farm wife goes to the government for subsidy for the farm, they don't tell her to get rid of the farmer. They keep that family together. But in the black community, they make it a requirement because they want to keep endorsing into the black community that the black man is no good and that he is not deserving of respect. He is not deserving of us letting him give us any protection or instruction and that we are better than them. The major responsibility that the black woman has had on the earth for the trillions of years that we have been here has been one of nutrition and birthing children. Those two things have a great deal to do with the survival of any people, the reproduction of the nation, and feeding them the proper food so that they can live. Those are very important jobs. Those are very powerful positions because it puts us in a position to decide who's going to live or die and how slow they go.
Check one, two. Y'all heard what she did say. Hold on. First, KG, you right. He said they've been programmed to require stuff that was systematically impossible for us. Facts. Nah, you right. And I'm gonna break that down real quick. They've been, you know what I'm saying, programmed to ask us for the shit that even before the liberation movement and all that, we provided it, but it still wasn't on the aspect of the people that they was joining to go be with. So you got black women dealing with middle-class white women, and they're joining these white women, and they're going into wholesome households. Ours was wholesome, but we didn't have the amenities and the living situations and the money to spend and all that they had. So now, as you look at it, black men coming up, the 70s, the 80s, and 90s, it's mass incarceration starting from the beginning. We all know we're going to do one thing. We're going to hustle. That's just period. We're going to hustle because we know the jobs that we're getting, it ain't going to afford what they're asking for us. You know what I'm saying? Asking from us. For real. But I just wanted to touch on that real quick. But did you hear what she just said? She said the most important thing that the black woman done had for real, that she's really in control of, is making sure that we live through our diet. It's the difference between dying in your 40s and dying in your 70s. You know what I'm saying? But if you put that on a black woman today, I ain't gonna say all black women because I love these sisters and I ain't trying to typecast nobody. But the average scenario of what we see out here, if you put that out there, like, baby girl, you in charge of this. You know what I'm saying? Boy, you gonna get cussed the fuck out, nigga. Talking about some, I'm controlling whether you live or die. They'd rather kill you, nigga. Okay, let's go.
Die by what we feed them. We have a very powerful position.
How?
That's not a small role that we play. We have just been taught to misrepresent and misuse that power. The people who we have been counting on to give us the truth about how to get along have failed. The white people don't know how to get along. They don't have that information themselves. They don't get along with nobody on earth. So they didn't have no information to impart to us about how we're supposed to get along. They change their relationship rules at will.
Let's go. You hear that shit? Man, I ain't trying to be racist on her or nothing. But the more we try to follow and we integrate it, and the more we follow and do what white people do, we realize that we know this. They have never gotten along with nobody on the planet. On the fucking planet. All these wars that have been Western, United States or whatever, have been started by us. We go and it's just conquered. I say we because we here, y'all. You know this. So how can we follow any guidelines or diagrams they got in a relationship basis. When he talking about getting along, these are the motherfuckers that created debates. Like debates, it's cool. We're gonna debate ideals, but what we gonna do after that? Niggas gonna fight, get the shooting and everything, nigga, over some dumbass shit. Like who got more money, P. Diddy or Jay-Z? Niggas will really get the fighting. I done seen it. I'm a real street nigga that done left these streets alone, but I can still maneuver in them. And it ain't my time, so I fall back. But I know what niggas gonna argue about. Niggas gonna argue about some dumbass shit. Niggas gonna argue about if they drink Casamigo or if they drink Douce. This weird shit. Yeah, let me get back to her. Oh, my bad, y'all. I'm fucked up.
We have, tons of Black children around this country that I hear from who have grown up traumatized by the fact that they were referred to as the outside child. When we were having children like that, they called it illegitimate children until the white woman started having them, and now it's single parenting. See, they changed the rules according to what they're doing. So I've called on our people to change them depending on what we want to do, what our needs are. There's another need that has not been addressed in our community, because nobody would deal with it, and that's one that God did not create three sexes. We only have men and women. Now, I have not said that we should reject the sisters who try and act like men and the men who try and act like women. I'm not saying to reject them from among us, but they need to be taught. We don't have to accept that as some kind of normalcy because that's not normal.
I know I was about to stop it, and I'm going to put my 2 cents on that. Hey, he only created 2 sexes. For you to say that you was born a man and you're a woman, or born a woman and you're a man, is to say God made a mistake. Don't forget that we all know that he can count every hair on your head. We all have a creator that made us. So you saying the creator made a mistake. If I said, hey, man, I'm supposed to be blind in one eye, let me gouge one of my eyes out, you would call me motherfucking crazy. That's how I feel when I see somebody decapitate their penis, you know what I'm saying? Or take the loose fat and turn it into, I don't know that they're doing that yet, though, but put a strap on. You really psychologically fucked up to put on a strap knowing you're not getting no feeling out of this. Like, you getting the feeling, but you're getting this feeling. You're not getting the feeling of release. You're getting the feeling of, my dad's coming to take me to a game this weekend. Yeah. He don't come this weekend. He come the next weekend. My dad's taking me to the game this weekend. He don't come that weekend. The next weekend, you're never getting the fulfillment of it. You're nuts. Something's wrong with you. Let me let her go though, because I'm gonna let her say it, not me.
But because now the white people are practicing that, when we were doing it, we were punks and faggots. Now that they doing it, now it's an alternative lifestyle.
Like that.
Now, I'm trying to demonstrate how they have set rules that they have forced us to follow that they don't even follow themselves. They change the rules to suit them when they get ready. We can change them to suit us when we get ready, especially if we have what we have now, which is a failing system. It hasn't worked for us. We don't have to be ashamed that it hasn't worked for us. But we do have to be ashamed of the fact that we keep plodding behind it and not trying to make the corrections that will help our people to survive. So I had to stop saying that when he was over, you were in charge of you.
Let's stop her right there. If you ain't seen that, it's Shahrazad Ali, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding a Black Woman. Just check it out, man. Check it out without fucked up eyes, you know what I'm saying? Because check it out without being opinionated and just listen to the chick, and then you're gonna feel a certain kind of way. That's what's so crazy though. People say words don't hurt, but words convict people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could get on here and start talking about shit that I've experienced in the hood. Like, I bet I could convict somebody in 3 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I was out here trapping and shit, I go in a female's house, like, niggas would be like, oh, such and such live right. I don't know her. Take me in there one time. Motherfucker, take me in there. Now I'm watching the scene. I'm looking at all the niggas coming in and out there, niggas rolling up blunts and shit. These is females with kids. I'm looking around. It's how I thought about shit, though. I'm hold on. Yes, this bitch, can I get some water? Hey, can I get some water? If she go get me the water, I'm laid back. I'm watching her. If she tell me go ahead and get it, predator. As soon as I get in the refrigerator, I'm looking. I'm trying to see if the bitch eat. If she got food in this motherfucker. I done probably opened up some cabinets and everything. This is, I'm in there meddling. I'm trying to see what's going to get me back in this motherfucking house. You hear me? So boom, because I want to do dirt and run in her house. You see what I'm saying? So I'm looking, boom, boom. I'm looking in the garbage can to see what's getting thrown away. This is a real street nigga. I'm just looking at everything. If I see that she's not eating well and there ain't no drinks in there, but the kids is running around asking for shit, guess what I'm gonna do? 2 days later, I'm coming over with pizzas and pops. And we gonna all drink and eat pizzas, and I'm gonna get drunk on her porch. Feel me? She's gonna let me in that house. She gonna get comfortable with me because I'm a kids person. I'm never fucking over kids. I fucked over grown people when I was out there. I fucked over niggas that was in the game. You know what I'm saying? If you was in the game, you getting fucked over. I ain't care about this shit. So the next time I come over, we eating pizzas, drinking sodas and shit. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, you're gonna be loving the crew because I'm gonna bring them over. And I'm gonna see which nigga I might have to fuck you. I might knock you down. To security, I'm gonna knock you down to security, motherfucker. But then I don't want to deal with you. I just want to get money and run your spot. So one of my little cousins is gonna get sick on you, but you're gonna love them when I bring them over because they all got personalities and they all get money and they all wild and they all got slugs in their mouth. And you're gonna fuck on one of my peoples. Now that nigga runs this crib. Feel me? But before I do all that, you done gave me so much access. One day I'm gonna stage a fallout. Come knocking on your door. Well, what's that? Hey, baby, let me this door down there. The police, nigga, I could have went to jail. I need one of them keys. That's how it was out there. You know what I'm saying? That's how I moved around. It's all manipulation. It's all a con game. This is conning. You feel me? This ain't the streets. It ain't no rules. It ain't nothing being followed. None of that shit. So, boom. All the things she just said. Now, combat that with everybody think they in the streets nowadays. I swear. It's motherfuckers that I know. They're not out here. It's women and men. But the niggas is really worse because they not putting the youngins up on game and they just hanging around because they know these young niggas get a lot of money and they're going to fuck with them and shine on them and old school nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what the game is nowadays. A bunch of show and tell. But that ain't what we came up on, y'all. For real. We came up on some real G-fly shit that we should have been passing off and passing down, but we passed that, y'all. We passed that shit. We passed it. I was telling y'all my mind state on how I would enter somebody's crib for the fact of the opening was there because wasn't no man there. If a man was there, they would have been like, what's this bitch ass nigga sitting on my goddamn porch? Because I done been that nigga in cribs. They wasn't even my chicks. Like, what's this bitch ass nigga? Get him out of here. Man, we getting him out of here. For real. I'm just saying. Back to Sweetie though. So I was showing y'all that to show y'all why she was referencing the book. Let me see what cuz I'm about. That's right. Out everything. Hey, cuz. For real. For real. And like he just said, cuz said, you smoke a blig, make about 50 plays. Now she's intrigued. Like, that's what we did. But that was the only way, like, all the fathers got locked up at a certain time, starting in the 80s and then all the way into the 2000s. That wasn't just black fathers. That was poor fathers. That was everybody that was fucking with crack, fucking with cocaine, fucking with the shit that we came up on. Our recreational drugs was different, though. We had weed. We had X pills. Some of them niggas tooted powder. I never took an X pill in my life. I did pop Xanaxes, though. I took a Loratab once. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did experiment with some shit, but I wasn't here, try this type of nigga. Here, try this, girl. Hey, I'll be feeling good off this, and I'm looking at you, see you feel good, and I want it. Nah. I looked at everybody as crackheads because I grew up around crackheads. You know what I'm saying? I grew up under crackheads. But when you fast forward to 30 years later, our kids' recreational drugs is not like ours. They dying from them. They dying from trying. Nigga, how can you mix fentanyl into anything and say that you might not die? They dying. They taking fake pills. Perk 30s is fake. Them is not real. The fuck is a goddamn Perk 30? It ain't real. You know what I'm saying? So understand that the crime bill. The crime bill. For real. The crime bill. And designer drugs. As like all my OGs be like, I don't want none of that exotic ass weed. Some of them. I ain't gonna say all of them. Because mainly what they're doing is mixing plants and adding shit, trying to get the best, trying to assimilate the best high. You know what I'm saying? That's something that come from the earth. You can't redo it. Real talk. The bones in the foot. These motherfuckers out here doing AI and all that. Tell them to remake a human foot or a human spine and let that motherfucker work like it does naturally. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. And I'm not talking y'all head off, but I ain't tripping though. You know what I'm saying? Infused. You right, cuz. My nigga, boy. Hey, KG, share me for all the truck drivers, nigga. I'm trying to get on my truck drivers' asses this summer. This winter. All right, so I'm gonna let her finish saying what she was saying just a little bit, and I'm gonna stop in a minute. I'm definitely gonna stop it in a minute because, man, this lady right here, the best history is his story. I love my OG so much. Man, my grandmother, and my grandfather is in their fucking 80s. They've been married 40-something years. I sit over there, I smoke a little bud, I'll get my granddaddy high a little bit. And next thing you know, I'm hearing all the stories. They tell me every fucking thing. My grandma gonna tell me how she done smacked my granddad in the head with an iron cast skillet and bust the back his head wide open, and the bitch's house he was over and everything. But they was in it for the long haul. They're growing old together. They're gonna die together. You hear me? And they having shit. They not poor. They fucking rich for real, if you ask me. Shit. They living well. They're going to their next phase with the person they started the second part of their life with, who they started their adulthood with. You know what I'm saying? How can you not admire that? I sit over and just be in awe listening to them. I'll be like, man, these niggas got 50 years of history. That shit's crazy. That shit's crazy when you got 50 years of history with somebody. Who the fuck ever told us about shit like that? Yeah, you got to be a certain type of age for that type of shit. Let's go.
And all right, so everything you learned from the book about not eating pork, you applied to this book in regards to marketing, how to get everything done.
Well, of course, all of the worlds have a joining on, especially with knowledge. You can, go from one step to the other, lead you to the other. Diet is very important. Diet is the reason that we are overweight, high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, high cholesterol, liver disease. Now we're getting a whole thing on kidney disease. A lot of these things we have developed from bad diet. We don't know what we're eating. We're the only people in America who don't have a food chain. Okay. And when I say that, I don't mean stores. We don't have a food path. The Asians, they have stores. They have food in there that's got their language. We don't even know what's in the can if it ain't no picture of it. They created that. We even have Africans here who have food that they have brought in from the East and from South Africa that they are able to sell here, that they manufactured. They brought it in, however. And of course, the Latinos, the Mexicans, all of them have their own food. We can't even, as I said, read a lot of the labels. And so everyone here has a food path except us.
Guess what we selling? Guess what our food path is? Seafood balls, 5 for 20s, or whatever the fuck that shit is. 5 for 20s, ramen noodles, fucking Rotel dip, Taco Tuesday. That's all we got as black people. What the fuck? What the hell's wrong with us, man? We don't really conform to some shit that we can't survive through. Man, I swear to God, I got toddlers. And I'm not trying to, downplay my baby mama or nothing, but she feeds them niggas so many chicken nuggets and 5 for 20s. When I cook. I fix motherfucking real home cooked meals when my kids come over. I try to post them and show people like, this is what we doing out here. Man, everything they don't like and they don't want, they ain't getting. You know why? Because it wasn't consistently put on them since babies, only through me. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. When I ain't around, them niggas get to eat chicken nuggets and pizza and nothing that has no substance to it. All fast food ideas. Yeah, let her keep going though. My bad, y'all.
The only food path is to get it from them. Okay, white people even get a lot of their food, out of Italy and a lot of places over there.
KG, hold on though, KG. Soul food is slave scraps. I ain't gonna lie to you, but guess what? Them motherfucking slaves lived to be 90. They ate pork, but you know what? They sweated that shit out. They wasn't scared to sweat. Now none of it's really good for us because, like you said, our teeth ain't even designed to eat flesh. We're supposed to really just eat vegetables and juice it up. make sure we liquefy it. But our people showed a way you can make it though. They took them scraps and them niggas lived in their hundreds. It's still people alive that their mothers and fathers were slaves, grandfathers were slaves. So it's just, I get it. I understand what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? But we're the only humans you speaking of, the hood. There's not, hey, cuz, we're the first human and the only human. The rest of them are prototypes. You know what I'm saying? The rest of them are genetically bioengineered, if I could say that. Let's go.
In Europe, but we don't have any place. We don't get along with the Africans, and they don't get along with us. They've been taught to hate us and dislike us and think we're a fool. And we've been taught we don't like their attitude. They act like they're superior, you know, because we're walking around talking about we are African Americans. We're not African Americans. We are American Africans. This is how African look that's been indoctrinated with all the nonsense of America. This is how an African looks when they have been robbed of their God, their politics, and their principles. We are a result. This is what it looks like. Okay, Honorable Elijah Muhammad teachings, the first thing it does is dignify you. And it does teach you superiority because you are superior. We don't have to pretend that we're not superior, certainly the black man. Because by you all accepting that you are less, and they have made it almost illegal. That's one of the things they said against the messenger, is that he teaching racial superiority. Absolutely, they teach it. And if they didn't teach racial superiority, then how come they don't say that Jesus is black or Chinese or Latino? They made him white like them. That's the supreme racial superiority that they tricked us with. Yeah, but the church give us an activity that we think we're doing for God. The church give us something to do. The church give us what the messenger called the imagination of truth. It lets us dream of something when we know good and well what he taught is that nobody's interested in the affairs of man but another man.
Oh, wait. Hey, I've been saying this shit forever, though. I came up in the church. The black church nowadays is BET. They ain't helping nobody in the, well, I can't say nobody in the community. They're not helping the community as a whole. The doors closed. Like, nigga, mega churches, these doors closed. There's fucked up people out here. At the end of the day, that church is just the temple, bro, to go worship in. Church is in your heart. Why are you not? It runs us away from it because why are you not extending it till you don't have a church? Fuck that church. For real. Extend the loyalty to the neighborhood that keeps you running until you don't have a church. Nigga, it's tax breaks out here. Real talk. Black church is not present in our daily affairs of when we're trying to get by. I just want everybody to know that. It's just making sure that you go to church, pay tithes, and stick to all that motherfucking recreational, what's the word? Recreational traditional shit. That's what it is. Recreational traditional shit that they hold us to, when really I'll just take the fundamentals that I learned from church, being a decent person, treating people with respect, loving my neighbor. I ain't turning no cheek. Nigga, you put your hands on me, nigga, you might go see God today. Like, you're going to have a personal relationship with God. But I took pointers from that shit and I was a better person. But outside of that, they bleed our community on everything.
All right. And he told us that if Jesus or any of them people that they say they believe in came down here, or if an angel, if a human being came down here.
Hold on, KG. I was studying that today. The faith-based shit that George Bush put on, I swear, man, that shit's a beast, man. Niggas don't get it, though, because the state and the church is separated, but he put that in, so now it's a big wall dividing it. Real talk. On everything.
With wings on their back, and somebody floated down out of the clouds, or did any of that, we wouldn't run up to them and say, "Oh Lord." We would run away from them. Right. Okay, and the white people would try to kill them. They would shoot him. That would be the first thing. Oh no, we're not having none of that. And so we have been taught to look at things in such a ridiculous way. It's just absurd.
Since you brought up Christianity, I had a question I want to ask before we get back to the book. I heard you say, I don't know if it's in the book, I heard you in an interview say, you said these preachers or leaders, Christian leaders, are not praying for people, they're preying on them. Can you explain what you meant by that?
Damn.
I don't remember saying that, but I'm sure you're
I'm just not
paraphrasing
watching
some
it,
kind
y'all.
of
I
way.
can't see him doing it.
It's like a lot of the so-called ministers and preachers and different people we got out here, they're not teaching you to worship God, they're teaching you to worship them. Okay, God don't need money in that way, and there has never been a God recorded that lived in high riches like all of the people that say they represent God do today. It's not a necessity. Okay, in fact, when you really are strong in your faith, you don't.
Are you sick of having issues with your webinars, wasting tons of time on
Shut this bitch up. I like her voice though. I'm gonna do it to her.
Hear things as proof that you are in contact with God. You know, the blessing is survival. The blessing, the supreme blessing, is peace.
Let me run that
These
back.
preachers or leaders, Christian leaders, are not praying for people, they're preying on them. Can you explain what you meant by that?
I don't remember saying that, but I'm sure you're paraphrasing some kind of way.
OG.
It's like a
OG, man.
lot of the so-called ministers and preachers and different people we got out here, they're not teaching you to worship God, they're teaching you to worship them. Okay, God don't need money in that way, and there has never been a God recorded that lived in high riches like all of the people that say they represent God do today. It's not a necessity. Okay, in fact, when you really are strong in your faith, you don't even want a lot of material things as proof that you are in contact with God.
Man.
You know, the blessing is survival. The blessing, the supreme blessing, is peace, which is something we don't have. We don't have peace. We're not even familiar with it, other than saying peace or peace and love and things like that. But as a way of life, as to practice it in our homes and over our children so that we can model a new idea, that's the only way to change your people. You change their idea. You don't have to change their environment. You don't have to charge them nothing. You don't have to join no group. Just change your idea. And the rest of all of you will get in line with that, and you will be successful in whatever that idea is. Now, that idea can be robbing a bank. That idea can be murdering somebody. But if you get in agreement in your mind to do it, it can turn out all kinds of ways. So we should get in agreement in our mind to practice doing things a different way, to raise our children a different way, and stop treating the children like they are a burden, you know, and that they are in the way. And all that talk about the children are the future. Well, we looking at the future now. Do we like it?
The hell,
No, we don't like it. Our children are savage running the streets.
Hey, do we like it? Do we like what we see? Do you hear what the fuck she's saying? What the fuck? Hey, man. Do we like what we see, y'all? I don't. I got a son that's not in the streets, you know what I'm saying? But this nigga still got to guard his life every day. Like, he's out there because everybody's in the fucking streets. Everybody's tough. Everybody's a gangster. Everybody would have did this. Everybody would have did that. Everybody would have. What the fuck? Man, let them street niggas have that shit. This motherfuckers in their fucking 40s talking about they got ops. You ain't got no goddamn ops. Your op is your job. Your op is the bills you paying, motherfucker. That's my ops. LG&E, I want to smoke all them niggas. The water company, I want to put a bullet in the water company itself, not a person. But like the symbol of the water company. You hear me? What the fuck is going on, man? We have a fucked up perception of living out here. We all would like to think that we can align ourselves with the streets and have that shit. Don't got nothing to do with grown, working, taking care of people depending on them type people. That shit ain't got nothing to do with us. Look at our kids. We got murderous fucking serial killers living in our homes. These niggas will kill anything. A song come on, they ready to kill on everything. What the fuck? And not only that, we're doing shit trying to be relevant to these little bastards. I'm not gonna be relevant. I'm the bad guy in co-parenting. I always been the bad guy. because I'm going to stand on shit. You got me fucked up. I got a unibrow. I had to live with a unibrow my whole life. Ain't nothing you can say. I got a little bitty nose, all that. Words don't fuck with me. I stand on shit. And I'm going to stand on it, especially with my kids. What the fuck is wrong with us? We just accept any fucking thing in the name of whatever the fuck we accepting it in this week. Like something's wrong with us, for real. We have to really get this shit together because we in the third quarter, y'all. I'm keep saying it. We in the third quarter, down by 20. We not gonna be here. Our kids is gonna be here with their kids and then their kids. They're gonna be saying this shit in 30 years. 30 years. Real talk, man. I'm gonna let her keep going. My bad, y'all.
We've let them get raised up on all the nonsense on every media that we could afford to buy them. That's not anything we're proud of. They're very ignorant and disrespectful and embarrassing. And most of us are afraid of them because they're so savage. They have no predictability. I had a high school ask me to come and speak to the seniors because that one book I have, Things Your Parents Should Have Told You, it's no idea. And the rest of all of you will get in line with that and you will be successful in whatever that idea is. Now, that idea can be robbing a bank. That idea can be murdering somebody. But if you get in agreement in your mind to do it, it can turn out all kinds of ways. So we should get in agreement in our mind to practice doing things a different way, to raise our children a different way, and stop treating the children like they are a burden, and that they are in the way. And all that talk about the children are the future. Well, we're looking at the future now. Do we like it? No, we don't like it. Our children are savage running the streets. We've let them get raised up on all the nonsense on every media that we could afford to buy them. That's not anything we're proud of. They're very ignorant and disrespectful and embarrassing. And most of us are afraid of them because they're so savage. They have no predictability. I had a high school ask me to come and speak to the seniors because that one book I have, Things Your Parents Should Have Told You, it was required reading in a lot of schools at one time that the children had to read this and understand it before you get your diploma, especially in New York. And so I would look at the condition of the children and recognize that we're looking at the tomorrow. And we don't have an alternate plan. There's a few good brothers out here with some schools now for Black boys especially. Okay. We need that. We need them for the girls. And that's another thing I want to mention. We need to start letting our little boys play with dolls. Now, this is a campaign that I'm trying to get started. They need to play with dolls because we got young men out here and older men that the child interrupt the video game, they knock it out with their fists. They beat them, they kill them. They don't know how to discipline them physically. They go too far. They punching them with their fists. They're doing a lot of things to these babies, taking their frustration out on them and anger out on them because they don't relate to it. They don't know how to deal with it. So we tend to just teach motherhood as if that's all you need. While on the other hand, we're talking about you need the father in the home when we don't consider teaching you all fatherhood. There ain't no magic in none of it. We have to be taught everything. And so if we teach the father how to relate to the child and the baby, maybe he'll do a little different. We can't just teach the mother how to be a mother, and if the father don't know it. And that slip, that got past me too. Why do we think that you all automatically have that? You've been up under the same slave masters' grandchildren and great-grandchildren and enemies that we have been under. So we have all been affected.
So look, Black men and Black women, look, Black men, we automatically assume that women have everything it takes to be a nurturer, to be a mother, because a lot of us come up with sisters. So us as Black men, we got to stop, you know what I'm saying, assuming that and kind of start promoting the fact that we can learn more about it. And then when it comes to the Black women dealing with Black men, hey, we was raised by some G's. We don't know. But I ain't gonna lie to you. We don't know. We don't know how to be highly romantic if it ain't some imagery type shit. We don't know how. we don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, discipline and nurture at the same time. That's why we need black women. Because y'all nurture everybody. Black women nurture everybody. It just has to come back to the home. It has to come back to the home. Like, man, we got to get our shit back together. And I ain't talking about no gender roles or nothing like that. I'm talking about life roles. The man is always supposed to be the protector and the overall provider. The woman's always supposed to be the nurturer and the mind of reasoning. What the fuck happened to us, y'all? Man, I'm telling y'all personally, I've been dating since I've been like away from my baby mama. Nigga, every woman I done met and been around for longer than 2 months to been crazy, overbearing, a nigga, talking about what it just comes out. It always comes out. And I don't blame them or nothing. We conditioned that way. You have to show me how tough you are. You have to show me that you will go this. You have to, like, what the fuck are we at war with each other for? Hey, man, if you ain't got to go to work, because I'm a third shift nigga, I'm good. I'm straight. Take a sip with me, big cuz. I'm sipping on this good water. Everybody say, hey, Graham. Hey, Graham. Let's go. But yeah, what the fuck we at war for? Yeah, man, I don't get it, man. Black men and black women are at war right now, and nobody's throwing the white flag, man. We got to stop this shit. Man, black love is beautiful, y'all. Let's go.
In our way of thinking, we're not doing things like we used to do them. And so we're not getting that result anymore. It's too many variables. We have allowed too much to get into our children's head. And we have let them see bad models, children cursing their parents out, fighting their parents, doing all of those kind of things. You know, that hasn't worked. And so people say I'm old school. Now, I'm on the system that worked. The one we got now has not worked, is not working, and will not. We have to be able to have some input into those kind of things. We got young people now that don't even know personal hygiene. So whose responsibility is it to teach that?
That's a big thing. I taught in.
Oh, fuck personal hygiene. They don't know that. This is crazy. I heard somebody else say this, and I'm going to harp on it. Most of these young niggas grow up peeing sitting down until they get around their friends and see that they pee standing up. A man's not teaching these niggas that hey, my nigga, you don't sit down to pee. You know what I'm saying? If you don't already sat down, go on, do number 2, then stand up and pee, nigga, or something. But we ain't sitting, you don't have a, you know what I'm saying? Like, most of these young dudes grew up sitting down while they pee. You know what I'm saying? The gender roles is and guess what they've been doing the whole time? Following their mama in the bathroom, that's toddlers, and watching her use the bathroom. Man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Public school.
Yes, absolutely.
And like, people don't acknowledge that kids don't know basic hygiene.
The girls are the boys,
and they're not taught. You know.
No. And you know, and we have some other sexual things that are going on. You know, life, everything is a trend. Okay. And we jump on trends because we don't have no self. And so we can mimic everybody. That's why we do so good in all of them pictures. Will Smith was Muhammad Ali. Jamie Foxx was Ray Charles. You know, we can turn into anybody because there's nothing in there for us to hold on to as a base. Okay. That lack of knowledge of self, God and the devil, has left us, you know, we're just this blind, deaf, and dumb in the sense. Not dumb like stupid. We the smartest people here. But dumb and not being able to speak or hear or talk about things that make sense and are good plans. Okay. And right now, in looking on the internet, you have adult Black women shaking their naked behinds to the camera. Okay. This is the kind of desperation that we have for the Black man who we say we can't get along with. Okay. But everything that we do is to attract you. However we dress, however raunchy, whatever it is to attract you. Okay. Whatever kind of makeup, hair, long hair, fingernails, anything artificial that we add to ourselves is because of our low self-esteem and low value for ourselves. and we think we have to have something made by somebody else to adorn ourselves with to get your attention. Is
All right, females, I'm gonna put this in there out there real quick. Y'all get in the chats or whatever. Do y'all feel like this is true? What she's saying right here, and I'll run it back. Do y'all feel like this is true?
but dumb and not being able to speak or hear or talk about things that make sense and are good plans. Okay. And right now, in looking on the internet, you have adult Black women shaking their naked behinds to the camera. Okay. This is the kind of desperation that we have for the Black man who we say we can't get along with. Okay. But everything that we do is to attract you. However we dress, however raunchy, whatever it is to attract you. Okay. Whatever kind of makeup, hair, long hair, fingernails, anything artificial that we add to ourselves is because of our low self-esteem and low value for ourselves. And we think we have to have something made by somebody else to adorn ourselves with to get your attention. It all leads back to you. God is a man. All right. Everything leads back to you, even if we're fighting you. Okay. We want y'all way more than you want us. You all don't. We make it seem like it's the opposite way. Okay. But the desperation that we live in because of our loneliness and not being able to mate, even intellectually.
From what I understand, you spoke to Kevin Samuels numerous times, and he acknowledged your work as being an inspiration.
That was deep in the bitch. I can't really speak on that, but I can say on the outside looking in, and also being in relationships, that's all I normally see is I don't feel like you're doing all that to let your girlfriend know that, you know what I'm saying, you the flies, or, you know what I'm saying? I feel like all that's being done to attract a man, whether it's the Black man or not. But all that's being done to attract a man, though. You know what I'm saying? But really, in this day and age, we just going with the flow. Like a person like me, I don't like all that shit. Like I wish I would have met this Black queen when I was a baby, because me and her still be married, nigga, on everything. Nigga, what the fuck? She's laying down law. My law gonna be bigger than hers, but it's gonna be less points. It's just gonna be some simple shit. But she's laying down real law. Damn, going in though, real talk.
And he was always so respectful to me. And we were getting ready to do something though. We were gonna do a big thing in Atlanta. And then he went and died. So I guess that wasn't supposed to happen. But Kevin, the book woke him up and it gave him the courage to discuss and address these things since I had did it and had put out the blueprint. And so he was a bit crude. I had told him I didn't think he would be successful because of how he was going about it. But he told it the way he saw it. And he was not successful. He was successful in his platform, getting hundreds of thousands of people, 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 people were, tuning in to hear him, his comments. But I don't know. I'm sure it benefited some of the women because it put us in check about what we think our overrated value is. Okay. And we think we have a greater value because we think that we are in charge of sex. Okay. And most men will just about do anything or go along with anything if they think that. Well, that's changing.
Part of God we live.
That is not all completely the way it was.
She ain't lying.
This is the thing I wanted to mention, and I don't usually talk about this. When I say that we're living in trends, the messenger talked about when we get out of control, too savage, that you live in a beast life. Okay. Our younger people, that children of the future there, are living somewhat of a beast life because the new trend now, and I only know about this because they put it out there in the public on the Instagram and the internet and on the Facebook and everything. One of the things that scientists say separates the humans from the animals is that humans mate face to face. animals mate from the rear. Well, it's popular now that that's what they're all doing, mating from the rear and doing all kind of other distasteful things and calling it sex. That's a bad sign. Okay. There's a different connection, as we all know, of face to face than another kind of way.
I want to be face to face with her as the baby. I ain't gonna lie.
They're choking each other. They spitting in each other's mouth, doing all kind of things that would never ever have been considered as sexual pleasure. There's something wrong in that. I don't know how long they're gonna be practicing that, and they're even doing oral sex in people's anus and their hands, all kind of stuff. Crazy,
nasty motherfuckers. You. I've been saying this shit for so long. Why in the fuck would you eat another motherfucker's ass? Nigga, you are reducing yourself to a dog. Dogs lick assholes. Cats lick assholes. Why in the fuck would you lick an asshole? And farther than that, why would you lick an asshole and ask to hit my blunt? That's why I smoke to myself. That's why you see Big Cuz in the barnyard by himself blazing up. Now, my niggas that come around, I love them to death, but I just try to block out in my mind that they eat ass. The fuck you niggas? Ass, though? Niggas, I don't eat onions. I don't eat chitlins. Ain't no way I'm gonna eat an ass. I don't even like kissing. That shit nasty to me. Like she said, spitting in each other's mouth and shit. You niggas nasty. Good morning, everybody. Make sure y'all tap in. Share my shit, though. But if you eating ass, you all around nasty, though. And I think you got the devil in you. Real talk. You need an exorcism. You need an exorcism and then an exorcism. Real shit. Ugh. Man, let me run her back. Hey, boy, y'all heard what the fuck she just said. Ass eating ass niggas. Let's go.
Humans mate face to face.
Face to face.
Animals mate from the rear. Well, it's popular now that that's what they're all doing, mating from the rear and doing all kind of other distasteful things and calling it sex. That's a bad sign.
Hey, that's what I'm gonna start calling it. That's what I'm gonna start calling you niggas. Mate from the rear ass nigga. You niggas mating from the rear, nigga. On everything. That's my new shit. Now you can't hit this, bro. Your ass been mating from the rear, nigga. Everybody say, hey, Graham. Hey, Graham. Big Cuz, man. You mating from the rear, nigga, with your face. Nasty ass nigga. Oh, no. Your lips would never touch it. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Your lips don't touch the fork. But I'm a bleach nigga. You feel me? But hold on. For all the people, the women out there that say, you know how y'all say about some of us black men, we not real romantic. How the fuck a nigga gonna get romantic with you when he know you done ate his butt and vice versa? How the fuck, like you ate that nigga's butt and he ate your butt. So y'all having a shitty two-step with the lips. We ain't about to do that shit. Nah, hell nah. Let me run OG back because she's dead serious.
Are living somewhat of a beast life because the new trend now, and I only know about this because they put it out there in the public on the Instagram and the internet and on the Facebook. And
OG everything. Don't know about eating no ass.
One of the things that scientists say separates the humans from the animals is that humans mate face to face.
Like it.
Animals mate from the rear. It's popular now that that's what they're all doing, mating from the rear and doing all kind of other distasteful things and calling it sex. That's a bad sign. Okay. There's a different connection, as we all know, of face to face than another kind of way. People are getting hurt. They're choking each other. They're spitting in each other's mouth, doing all kind of things that would never ever have been considered as sexual pleasure.
Right.
It's something wrong in that. I don't know how long they're going to be practicing that. And they're even doing oral sex in people's anus and their hands, all kind of stuff, crazy stuff. And I'm talking about it because we need to know and we need to start trying to teach something differently.
I hate to tell OG, but niggas was eating ass when I was a kid, though. Remember what Scarface said? Turn me over on my back, go. opened up my butt cheeks. He said, opened up my butt cheeks and started licking down my asshole. Hey, and the gangster love, nigga. Mark my words, nigga. Go back and listen to that song. That's what that nigga Scarface said. That's my favorite rapper out of everybody. But that nigga, you know what I'm saying, be talking about getting his booty ate, though. Let's go.
Okay. That's not no love. That's not no showing of love. That's something crazy. And the girls are accepting it. Young women are being choked or somebody spitting in their mouth. All kind of insanity things, and they calling it sex. That ain't no sex. I don't know what kind of beast life that is.
Hey, y'all, she saw that Kevin Gates, didn't you? She seen Kevin Gates. When I seen Kevin Gates spit in that girl's mouth, I damn near threw up. I got a weak stomach for smells and nasty looking shit. Like, for real, I'm gonna throw up off some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie to you. When we was young, kids used to didn't get their umbilical cords cut off right. So a motherfucker with this towel, big ass knot, and then that motherfucker, I don't know, I'm gonna look that up or why you get an Audi. We used to call them Audis. That motherfucker will blow up so big, it would look like if anybody eat garlic franks or any type of sausage where you just boil it and it busts. That's how the niggas motherfucking navel used to look. And I used to be like, damn, this nigga got born through a portal, nigga. Hey, Miss Angela, I'm just seeing you on there. How you doing, Miss Angela? I will throw up. Like, when them niggas used to have them Audis, I came up in Carter Homes. Niggas, so many babies. We was born in General Hospital. Y'all might not know that. Louisville had a General Hospital. That's on my birth certificate. That's on so many niggas from the bricks. Carter Homes of Southwick, everybody damn near was born in General Hospital. That was the old university. You know what I'm saying? So we was all born in that goddamn hospital. And they came out with a motherfucking a daytime sitcom for that shit. Miss Angela, was you born in General Hospital, sweetheart? Or do you know somebody that was born in General Hospital? I'm gonna get to my point, y'all. I'm sorry, but she gonna ask me. But look, motherfucker, it look like now I know that was air, pus, and veins, and blood. See what I'm saying? Auntie was born in General Hospital. I was too, baby. I swear. 78. I was born there. But yeah, I was talking about them Audis. It was so nasty. I used to see them. Niggas used to do the belly roll when I was a kid. Motherfuckers used to be able to stand there and roll they lower up under their chest all the way down to their pelvic area with their belly without moving and shit for real. It was some weird shit. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was weird. But their stomach muscles was like unpenetratable, or how the fuck you say it. Like, you couldn't fuck with their stomach muscle. And that shit used to make me want to throw up every time I seen it. Like, why is that nigga stomach doing that? Why is her, like, niggas just do that shit? Like, nigga, look, nigga, their stomach just be start rolling and shit. But these niggas be having Audis. I'm talking about they umbilical cord, they navel would have something on it like this. It would be that big. Like a fucking lemon squeeze or something. Like, nigga, what is attached to you, bro? Like, but look, I heard the game one day. And this nigga's in jail, the nigga I heard it from. But he was speaking some real shit. He said, and this is way off subject, y'all, but just tell me what y'all think. He said he had all his kids with a midwife, which is somebody that comes and delivers the baby for you. He had them all in water. He had the lights low. And they left the umbilical cord connected until it damn near shriveled up and scabbed off. You know what I'm saying? Now, I agree with all that shit because, first of all, we're not supposed to cut the umbilical cord. I'm proud that I did it for my kids because I'm a black father. But you're supposed to let that shit stay connected. So all them nutrients that they was getting out the belly, that goes for your intelligence. You know what I'm saying? That goes for your, like, look at all these ADHD kids out here. Look at all these kids that can't focus for 3 seconds. Then we give them a phone, so now it's getting magnified. You know why? Part of that reason is we cutting them umbilical cord as soon as they're born. They're only getting the temperament of the mother when she was going through the stress of the pregnancy. They're not getting that temperament of when, even if she's off drugs, calm, they're relaxed, just getting all them nutrients. You know what I'm saying? Right. And guess what, KG? Back in the G, everybody eating the placenta. They're going to eat the placenta. some sort of way, because that ain't nothing but your pineal gland expanded. That's your intelligence. That's your awareness. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. My first baby mama, I got 2 baby mamas. My first baby mama, my ex-wife, used to stop smoking every time she got pregnant by me like 3 or 4 times. We lost 2 kids, I know. You know what I'm saying? And one was stillbirth, and I always celebrate his birthday. And the other one, no, we lost it was 2 more that was miscarriages. But I treat miscarriages like that too. But you kind of know the baby ain't fully developed. You know what I'm saying? If you ever been in a C-section, all that gets halted because that shit's not flowing for real. The placenta be looking like a real fucking kickball. It's nasty as fuck. Like that placenta, until it shrivels up, when they get a little, they're gonna have to pop it and it shrivel up. But them veins and all that nutrients and shit is still in there. Women will eat that shit. You hear me? Because they're gonna breastfeed. See what I'm saying? This shit is genetics. We have a bunch of fucking. I'm just gonna say it, y'all. We have a bunch of fucking dumb kids running around because, for one, they're not dumb. I ain't gonna say it like that. Their attention spans like this. They don't really care about an ass whooping because they weren't raised on that. They have an attitude. They have your attitude. You know why? Women didn't stop smoking weed. They didn't stop smoking cigarettes. Feel me? And we cutting that umbilical cord too early. And damn near all these babies go to the NICU right now. Guess what the most important thing that man said when he got a midwife? He said the first thing them kids see when they come out is a white, Indian, another doctor that looks like nothing like the father or the mother. And they hold that baby first. They smack that baby's ass. Then guess who they give it to? A bunch of fucking white nurses and shit. Man, I felt that so deep. Because I want my babies to come out and only feel my touch. But I went through that. And I felt like I understand. Man, y'all tell me how y'all feel. I understand, though. Like, for real. Low lights. Just think about them hospitals when you're delivering a baby. Bright ass lights. 1 million white people standing around. Everybody looking in your girl's coochie. The baby come out, an Indian nigga or he's middle. He's not from here. Or he's white. Smack your baby's ass. Hand him to the mama, then hand him to you. What, nigga? I impregnated this bitch. I made her stomach go big. She never had no titties. I made her titties big. You know what I'm saying? I made her have an ass. She made me move how I move. We made this baby, but the first person to touch it is another motherfucker. The midwife didn't really deliver the baby. The baby's getting delivered in water. Baby's gonna swim. Hey, I'm about to share a video with y'all. This is how I know we came up in an era and an age where we was really protected. Like, y'all might think this is funny. I think it's funny to a certain extent, but I damn near think it's too much. This is how you know kids come up missing and can't nobody ever say nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm about to show y'all some fucked up shit. Y'all gonna be rolling when y'all see this too. Then we're going back to Shazza because she going crazy though right now. So look, check this out. I'm just gonna show y'all. Let me know if y'all can see it. I'll run it back because you know what I'm saying. They doing the little screen shit. All right, y'all see it? All right, I'm about to blow it up. Boom. Here we go. Look at this shit, y'all. Real talk. Look at this shit. Hold on. Let me get this little baby back in here. Baby. Where? like open the door with keys. Y'all see that shit? Oh, nigga was bad. Watch this little bro right here though. He the truth. That nigga gonna break out somebody's prison one day. One day, okay. Nigga had a maniac. Look at little bro though. Getting up to her. Oh, he's an Asian man. Look at him. Baby Jackie Chan right there. Right here, nigga. Let's go. Look at this little nigga though. I didn't know what he was climbing on at first. Real talk. I didn't even know what bro was climbing on. This little nigga right here is efficient. I need him on my team. Let's look how he look when he go down. What's up, good? Man, look at little bro though. This nigga done got out. Could y'all see that shit? Man, everybody, if you can see it, say hey Graham. Oh, y'all couldn't see it. Ah, damn. I thought y'all could see it. Ah, my bad. Y'all couldn't see it? Man, I'm gonna send that to everybody that's on this live right now. It's only a few people. It's only like 4 people this moment. So I'm gonna send that to y'all. That shit was funny. Real talk. Damn, I'm mad, Miss Angela. I ain't get to see that shit. Y'all ain't get to see that. Go on my page and check it out. Man, them little babies was real little baby superhuman type shit. Real talk.
But that's another trend that I hope passes, because that's taking it to such a low level. Where can it go after that? And how long then will generations think that that's affection? So that's a
Miss Angela, I want to ask you a question, and don't take this the wrong way, sweetheart. Was niggas eating ass when you was a kid? Like, was niggas like, man, I ate the shit out of her ass the other day? Or was girls like, baby girl, he ate the shit out of my ass? And I know you my elder, so I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying? But was they saying stuff like that when you was a kid? And when you was coming up? And when you was running around as a grown person? I need to know. She said, hell no. Okay, I just need to know. Because I need to make sure that's some new shit. You feel me? For real though. I know that's some new shit. Because I ain't, hey, Scarface used to say that shit when I was a kid. I remember on Gangsta Love, a nigga said, he said that. Yeah, for real. He said, then he holler, that's how I know that I'm the gangster. But now, bruh. All right, I heard that from my OG, so I can't even, you know what I'm saying? That's right. Let's go.
It's a very bad sign, I think. And that the young women think that that's natural, as I said, that they going along with this, and that the men are tiring really of them at all. They don't even want to look at them. And I'm concerned about that, and I think we all should be.
Yeah.
I just wanted to touch on the Kevin Samuels thing one more time. Do you believe he helped bring interest into your works with a new generation?
No, I don't think so. I think it just it was so personally, individually critical. I don't think that ever helps. I think you have to be civilized and you're asking and telling. And I don't think that that kind of overly critical
Like Kevin
criticism of an individual,
right?
Each person individually, no, that does not help, especially publicly.
Hell
As
no.
I said, we already got low self-esteem, and that don't mean build us up on some false bravado. I don't mean that, but I mean we just have to be more gentle with each other. We are damaged creatures.
Yeah.
Let me reword it. I apologize. I wanted to ask, do you think his work brought more attention
Cuz you told me to stop apologizing. Why is he apologizing?
to your book?
We ain't gonna do it though. It's a commercial. I know it's YouTube. Let's go.
With a new generation, with a younger generation that probably didn't know about
I'm
your
not
work.
sure. See, the other thing is, remember, we're in a society where they're teaching against reading. All right, everybody either want to hear it or see it. So reading is not as popular. So I'm not sure if it worked that way. My sales have been impacted on a lot of things. You know, that must be 50 books out called A Black Man's Guide and a Black Woman. on some false bravado. I don't mean that, but I mean we just have to be more gentle with each other. We are damaged creatures.
Let me reword it. I apologize. I wanted to ask, do you think his work brought more attention to your book with a new generation, with a younger generation that probably didn't know about
I'm
your
not
work?
sure. See, the other thing is, remember, we're in a society where they're teaching against reading. All right, everybody either want to hear it or see it. So reading is not as popular. So I'm not sure if it worked that way. My sales have been impacted on a lot of things. You know, that must be 50 books out called The Black Man's Guide and The Black Woman's Guide. You know, so many people have copied, you know, my title. So I'm not sure it worked that way. I'm still selling books, and he's still, I'm sure there's still brothers out there now trying to take his place. So that's just, you know, the way that turned out. He got me, I think, more attention for me, toward me as a writer, as a sister, you know. But I know my place in the world, and I'm just a woman. That's not an insult. That's not a put down, but I am not a man. See, God is a man. You represent God. And I tell Black women, the closest you may ever get to God is being with a Black man, because he looks more like you than me. And we have so many things out here affecting our respect and image of self. That's the other reason Black women don't want to believe that the Black man is God, because they think the Black man they know ain't nothing, and that y'all ain't nothing. So there ain't no way you could be God. In fact, you have some brothers who have surrendered, and they walking around talking about the Black woman as God. Some more absurd, silly nonsense
When did
that
that
we
start?
waste our time on.
When did that start? This notion that the Black woman was God.
Well, they just have surrendered. It can't be me, because I can't do nothing. I ain't got nothing and look like she more successful or whatever. And so we just decide then she must be God. That's what a man do. I don't know no man that would decide that. And I try to correct every brother I run into about that. They think they complimenting me by saying the Black woman is God, but I'm not God, and I don't want that job.
And you know why? Because we acting like our mamas. We subservient. We trying to be emotional in the midst of the war, when we know they got the Eve gene. We know you can produce every hue that comes with color. We know that. We know that there's Black women that's being surgically fucked with, that have been dead for years, and they curing shit. They curing cancer. They curing all different forms of cancer. But them niggas that be like the Black woman is God, be giving up his position as the God. Like, God is made in an image. There's a reason why everybody thinks he's a male, for a reason. And I don't think he's think like that in gender form. But it's been put out there. If propaganda was ever a motherfucker, the propaganda of God being a man is the strongest. Let's go. Real talk. Let that process.
Okay, I got enough to do. I don't want that responsibility, and I don't have that power.
I wanted to touch on, before we get to the last two questions, I want to touch on something you said, where you said Black women, they don't see much in Black men, right? Mm-hmm. And from personal experience, what I noticed, that even if you're I don't know these terms they use, highly performing, even if you're just a great guy, right? Mm-hmm. They still can't see the greatness in you.
They still what?
They still struggle to see the greatness in you if you're a great person.
Well, as I said, we've been all taught against each other so hard. We have to talk more. Now, that's one thing Kevin did. He got more Black men speaking out about their dissatisfaction. Well, dissatisfaction produced change. One of the changes has been more of our men are going offshore seeking other women who they say can know how to act more like a woman. All right. It's like we'll tell a man, everything you do, why don't you act like a man? When you all have never challenged our womanhood, you all have never told us, why don't you act like a woman? It's not in you. But we'll tell you real quick, why don't you act like a man? Well, how do we know what a man act like? Most of us didn't have a father. We didn't have a model. We only saw fathers on television and in movies. And they gave us certain ideas that white people have that they themselves don't live up to.
weed. That's why it's so important that my daughter see me and I'm showing up a positive light and I'm showing structure because I'm the bad guy in the co-parenting. I have to show structure. But I'm also showing her that you better not get no nigga that's less than me. You better not get no nigga that don't work, don't got his own, don't pay bills, don't treat you like the queen that you are. You better not get no nigga like that. Because you're going to be, you know what's going to happen? It's a new era. So I can't, you know what I'm saying, say that my daughter's not going to go astray and be on bullshit. But guess what's going to happen, though? The structure that I put down, the game I'm putting down and leaving on the motherfucking ground, it's going to be so ridiculous to her after, even, it might take one or two. It's my daughter, so I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? But we do believe in the good of people, so it might take one or two, and she gonna look at this nigga and be like, nigga, my daddy ain't, what? My daddy ain't never moved like that. My daddy, hey, man, KG, if you still on here, every video we shot, nigga, I used to be like, fuck cars, fuck guns, fuck clothes. Bro, I'm just rapping. I ain't never been that type of nigga. I ain't a materialistic nigga. For real, but I get me some dust, though, on everything. That's one thing you gonna know about Big Cuz, he gonna get some dust. I'm not no broke nigga. I'm a broke nigga in hindsight to how the world moves and how much I might make a year, but you got me fucked up. Everything for them babies, and we gonna go hard. So one thing she gonna always see is my dad always been a provider. He always been the one that stood down. So how can I be with something less? She gonna eventually get that. That's what happens when a man's around a girl. I ain't gotta be no girl dad. I ain't gotta throw on cheerleader outfits or none of that. I ain't with none of that shit. That shit weird as hell. I'm not Tyler Perry. But guess what I am, though? A nigga with a unibrow that's gonna stand on something, and we standing on it to the fullest. Anybody that know me, nigga, I don't give a fuck about what nothing you going through, nigga. I don't ride with niggas. I got my own shit. I've been having it. And I'll walk if I don't. Real talk. I don't gotta be in a car with no nigga. I don't gotta be around no niggas, be in concert with no niggas. Boy, I love me to the death. So my kids understand that they just as fucked up as me about loving themselves. They can't walk past mirrors. They just looking at themselves. They know that you're the number one priority. I can't love nothing if I ain't loving on me. Man, that ain't no cliche shit. That's how I live. Motherfucker see me, he always smelling it. I got real shit going on in my life. But guess what? I was taught to never let them see you sweat. That's what they showed us. Never let them see weakness. That's what they told us. And that's how I move. People done see me in vulnerable positions coming up as a kid and coming up as a young adult, coming up. And I always was still that person that'll get to himself because I need some me time. I need to make sure that I know that I'm fucked up right now. If you was looking out for me, I got the fuck away from you and let you know that, hold on, nigga, I'm fucked up right now. Then I progressed. Then I hit the ground. Then I progressed. And it got to the point where I ain't asking no motherfucker air for nothing, man. For real. For nothing. I got a mom and a sister. When they die, or if I die first, then that's that triangle that's kind of disconnected. I'm the weakest link in the triangle. But guess what? They raised a strong man. I was around strong men, and I was around people that, even though my father wasn't around a whole lot, he still showed me a strong man when he came around. I got all that nigga's personality traits. It's always cool to have the father present. I don't give a fuck if he's a... My mom used to always be like, that nigga ain't shit and all that, and we didn't care. He was God to us. We didn't see him that much. When we seen him, it was all like, I ain't gonna lie, I ain't seen my dad except for as a kid. Like, I was probably about 2, 3, 4, maybe 5. Then it was a gap, and I seen that nigga, and I like, damn. I still was mesmerized. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he used to fuck with my sister and not me because she was older. Like, I don't know his thinking or whatever, but I still was like, this nigga Superman. And then I got to probably around 12 or 13, and I'm like, fuck that nigga. I'm starting to hear what my mama's saying. I'm hearing what, but at the end of the day, before my daddy passed away, he showed me he was a real nigga. Real talk. He fucked with my babies. He ain't gotta fuck with me, bro. You fucked with my babies. That nigga went missing with my baby. My oldest son, Richard, my daddy be gone like a motherfucker. My mama be going off, calling everybody and doing all that shit. And guess what I be on? He all right. He with his granddaddy. My daddy ain't no weak ass. My daddy was a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? He's straight, and he always made it back straight. And come on, man, that's like you sending me to a random cousin's house, and we don't know how they move. And we know black families is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? So I just want people to understand what we listening to is not no conviction. It ain't nobody getting indicted or nothing. But look at our motherfucking neighborhood. We all done been through something. But when the fuck we gonna, you know what I'm saying, start buckling down and being the person that we hated to see, but we know they gave us so much structure. We got to start being them people to the people that's up under us, them younger people that they got all this information but no experience. None. Living experience. Being able to speak on these situations, not just speak on, because I heard nigga, your partner or somebody killed somebody. You didn't. You're gonna be the next though if you don't fucking listen to what's going on around you. Fuck with your surroundings and listen to the people that's really telling history, which is his story. Real shit. For real. I'm gonna let her go again, y'all, but I just really had to take it to that and get off and just kind of harping on what she's saying, because we don't even accept black men being fathers out here. It's stipulations. It's, you know what I'm saying? And black fathers is conditioned to the point to where now they feel like anything they do, they taking care of their kids. But remember what she said at the beginning? Feeding them, clothing them, and putting a shelter around them don't mean that you raising the kid. You hear me? That just mean you maintained one. That's what she said. You maintained one. But where's the nurturing? Where's the teaching? Where's the showing the downfalls, the ups and the downs? It happens in a day for adults. Motherfucker paid 2 or 3 bills like I'm good for the month. Then a bill come out of nowhere. You hear me? Then the kids need something. That's life, goddamn it. That ain't nothing that you can rep and be like, I'm out, nigga. If you want to really rep, nigga, if you want to really rep in a black neighborhood, for real, do some Rollo shit. Show me you got a whole apartment complex in the ghetto with all the money you making, and all them niggas is damn near basically rent free, but they can just pay whatever they want to pay to live there. They just make sure you straight, nigga, and you don't go to jail. And they do whatever y'all doing. Show me that, nigga. For real. And let's not forget, I'm having the Thanksgiving pull up at Algonquin Park on Thanksgiving or the day after, but we're going to do it Thanksgiving because my sister already said she in. Nigga, we fucking these turkeys up. We feeding everybody. We not being embarrassing. We not putting it on social media. Everybody you see that's around this neighborhood, as you come into the spot, tell them to get to the park. We're going to send niggas home with big ass plates. We're going to send niggas home fed and well. We don't give a fuck what they asking for. If the niggas just want to drink, guess what? We're going to have drinks for them. And we're going to drop niggas off. That's all I ask. That ain't too big or nothing. Eat with your family. Do what you're going to do. But show up at Algonquin Park or show up at your park and do it. You ain't got to be with me. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Because I ain't going to lie to you. My baby, nigga, every female I done fucked with, for real. Since I got out in 2014, went back in 15, got out, boom. I've been out since 2015. It's 2023. Every female I ever dealt with gonna tell you, nigga, I damn near get mad at this nigga how he give out money. How he feed. That's what we supposed to do, though. We God body. What the fuck you mean, nigga? I don't need to eat White Castles. I'm about $30 worth of White Castles and feed every nigga under the bridge because I live in Dawson. You hear me? Every time I come out the store, it ain't about what a nigga asked for. It's about what I'm about to give niggas. And I don't care about the shit. So everybody always stomping on these holidays. We don't fuck with our family no more. We only just text them and see how you doing. And that's how the motherfucking breathing and the venue's going. And then we might not show up. We might, whoever fucking knows. But look, this Thanksgiving, we having a decent Indian summer type of fall right now. It's feeling good in the mornings and then feeling great in the afternoons and then feeling kind of, chilly in the nights. Hey, man, this Thanksgiving right here, I don't care if it's cold or not. For real. We're going to be in the park. Y'all going to be in the park. Wherever y'all at. We just going to feed people that ain't asked for it. And we not going to fucking embarrass them. You know what I'm saying? Come and get this food and take hella plates home. We're not going to be able to give out all that food. Let it be outside of your Thanksgiving shit. So if you're going to do it, you know what I'm saying? Everybody giving away turkeys. We're going to spend money on weed. We're going to spend money on gas. Let's buy a couple of extra turkeys. Big Cuz going to be out there, though. I ain't going to lie to you, and I ain't going live. I'm going to take some pictures, and I'll post them later. But we ain't going live, and we ain't showing nobody that we are doing that shit. We just going to do it on everything. Because I just thought I had to put that out there real quick. Fuck it. It don't got to be warm. I'm going to have warmers, but it don't got to be warm. Let's give people plates, man. Let it be warm from your crib and then it cool off outside. But come on, man. We community. I came from a village. I can't get it. I don't understand it. It's not my thing to. Come on, man. We ain't even get money like that. But since the pandemic, we able to get real decent money. And everybody been getting decent money. And it ain't nothing, man. We'll spend that money on an outing. So, yeah, I'm going to put that out there. That's all I had to say, though. And I'm going to call it something we throwing on Thanksgiving. It's going to be something like that. I'm about to name it because my sister just hit me. I just had to have one person on board. You know what I'm saying? This because I know they're going to have just a person that I know going to have the intensity like me, and we ain't fucked up. It's my big sister. We ain't fucked up, man. We knew our mama was single, so we got to ask it for. We came up in the BK era and troops, and we ain't asking for nothing expensive. Matter of fact, we don't even really want nothing. You hear me? Don't give a fuck about no goddamn materials. My granny would go spend $500 on us at JCPenney's, and everything we have on like we in church. Plus, we not broke, for real. But she broke, because that's our mama. We ain't broke. If we have something, we getting it. She don't want to ask. She a young mother by herself. But that's how we came up in a decent-ass family where everybody got bread. But we stopped asking. We ain't on that shit. That's why I'm not a materialistic. To this day, I buy shit I like, what I think looks decent. I would give a fuck about what somebody's saying. These niggas, why the fuck would I listen to 5 other people that don't look like me when I look in the mirror? Nigga, I look like me. Only other people looking like me is my goddamn kids. Nigga, they can tell me something. Daddy, don't wear that. Up to you, right? I'm wearing that. What the fuck? Yeah, niggas is weird as hell, nigga. I ain't never liked shit that everybody like. I'm one of them niggas, bro. I'm one of them niggas that own everything. Everybody tell you, right? I don't ride with people. Nigga, I'll get out the car and walk. Nigga, I used to be a nigga out in the streets. I'm going home, one of my niggas, we nigga doing what we do. Motherfucker be like, clocking on them. Guess what I'm going to do? Walk away. I don't stay there tonight. I'm going to stay somewhere else. And I didn't have to do it. I was just running away from the crib trying to be a Billy Badass. Going to another nigga crib. I've never been on that. I'm not signing up for something that somebody else. I hate when they're, why you wearing them? Man, find you something to do, my nigga. Hey, plus, I always been a nigga that's going to work. I always been a nigga that's going to stand on my own 10. I'm getting out the car with niggas. Boy, I swear. I had some little shit I started indoctrinating in my head where, like, if I get in the car and 3 niggas is tipping up beers like I'm doing right now, well, I bet I get out and walk, nigga. I'm going to get out and walk. Fuck you talking about, nigga? Derby, whatever. Because getting out walking, nigga. And where the fuck are you going to drop me off? We in Louisville, nigga, in Indiana. Where you going to drop me off to where I can't get home, nigga? Fuck, nigga, get me out this motherfucking car, nigga. Y'all weird asses. Niggas throwing bags and all those goofy. This shit these young niggas doing, man, I done seen this shit get magnified 35,000 times. Nigga, I'm not getting in it. I'm 45 years old. I wouldn't dare get in the car. I don't ride with no niggas for real. I only ride with my closest brothers. Nigga, I'm not getting in the car with you. Nigga, on everything. For what? Nigga, how many times I done been pulled over and searched like I really did something I wasn't the driver, nigga? You a motherfucking lying, nigga. I bet I don't. Not because, nigga. I'll walk. Shit. And This young nigga so dumb. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Them niggas get on Facebook, get on Instagram, tell everybody gonna kill, tell they pulling up, and then the towers is pinging. They take their phones with them. I wouldn't, nigga. If I was to go do something dirty, I wouldn't take no phone with me, nigga. What? What the fuck I need a phone for? I'm about to do a walk up, assassination, assault and battery. Cause I'm not a murderer. I'm just gonna assault your ass real good. And that's a young nigga. Like, I'm old as hell now. I'm just gonna go to work on your motherfucking dirty ass. But if you play with me, just know you're getting caught in the bear trap. That's the shit we tell our sons. That's how we move around our sons. A lot of shit don't fuck with me, nigga. I don't get emotional off a bunch of motherfucking bullshit. I'm a grown ass man, nigga. I'll let a nigga talk. Boy, as long as you 6 feet, you good. Keep talking, nigga. Boy, just remember though, it's 19 in this bitch. The first one makes it a 19, nigga. And it's a whole lot of clips around, nigga. Like, who gives a fuck though? We grown ass men. I feel like I can talk myself out of any situation. I'm a human. Bro, hey, man, I give a nigga the win, bro. Hey, my nigga, you win, bro. Who's to say if you don't sock me and I don't hit the ground and I die out here or something? You give me the elephant head. Now I had the stroke I was supposed to be having or something. Nigga, I don't got time for that, bro. Stay a little 6 feet distance to be good. Because when you start getting close, nigga, we're not going to wonder and worry about what happened, nigga. Feel me? From both sides. I feel the same way you feel, but I think I feel a little worse. I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? If we teach our kids to stand on this being a man, this being a person that can, like, I don't feel fucked up when I talk myself out of shit. I don't feel like I'm a grown ass man, nigga. Oh, you a hoe, nigga. You talk to yourself. Wait a minute, shit. You goddamn right, nigga. You cool. You goddamn right, goddamn. Fuck, I look like arguing with a man from a distance out here. Nigga, you get in my face, you that's all it is. You a man. Why do you have to worry about what a nigga's saying? And he's not in striking distance of you. We emotional. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit, man. Talk how you gonna talk, man. Talk that shit. Say what you gonna say. Just stay your distance, and I'm gonna stay mine. And we're gonna be men, and we're gonna end up as men at the end of it. We're gonna live. I know I stopped the sister from talking. I went off on a rant, but I'm saying good morning. I'm blessed to still breathing. That's what happened when you hear jewels get dropped on the ground. They waiting for somebody to pick them up. I started picking one up. All right there, though. Let me go. Hold on. We're going to go right back into the sis, though. Let me hear what she's saying.
Okay. Their fatherhood is built on them being able to provide. And they kept you from being able to do that so that you could not have that. And that's another reason I say that we have to teach our men how to be fathers, how to deal with babies, how to change a diaper, how to do all of those things. You made that. That's your idea. So you need to be a part of how it's going to be reared and how to handle it. Many of our brothers now ending up with their children because many of our women, sometimes they have them, and then after, 5 or 6 years, they decide, I don't want to be no parent no more. And so they giving the child away to the father. And then sometimes the fathers are trying to get their children, and you all have a very difficult time because the enemy don't want you to be able to do that, be involved with that, because they are so used to pretending that they're on our side. They're not on our side. The white woman is not on our side because we also think that she's nicer. It's better to deal with her. That's his mother. She's not on our side.
I was going to ask.
That's his mama.
There is the idea floating around. Guys, I know interracial dating for numerous reasons. So I'm not saying every black man with a white woman has views the white woman as superior. I don't want to say that. I don't know if that's the case. So I won't say that publicly, right? But there is an idea circulating that white women are nicer than black women.
Well, they are, because they haven't gone through what we have. They don't have the history we have. Why shouldn't she be nice? I remember one time I was in New Orleans doing a program, and we came out of this restaurant, and there was a white woman sitting on the curb, middle-aged white woman, and she was begging for change and everything. I say, I'm not giving you nothing. You a white woman. You got everything at your disposal that you could have in this country, and you sitting out here begging. And I told my party, don't give her nothing. I said, y'all just need to get up and go somewhere and clean yourself up and be white, and you get something going. All right. If not, if one of these stupid Negroes will get with you, but you got to clean up and do better than that. I say, but so she has certainly a better opportunity. Now, lower class white woman is not going to agree with that. She thinks she's having it as hard as black people. In fact, she thinks we the reason she have it hard. All right. But it's really not like that. That white privilege that they talk about is real. That's very real. And we practice a little of it with each other on the lighter skins and the darker skins. We ate every idea they fed us. We ate it, even though it was all against self. They taught us to want that, and we still continuing to do that now. We have learned to practice the technology they practice, and so we have distrust of each other. You're gonna trick me, or I'm gonna trick you. Just all kind of nonsense that we cannot dig up out of it until we give them their God back. We can't do it. It's just impossible. You can't hold on to everything that they stand for and then say you're going to make a change, because everything that they stand for is designed to destroy us.
And using our standards based on their standards, I think is also a big.
They're not the same. They're not the same. Your nature's not the same as his. We keep pretending that they're human and have the natural feelings of sympathy and everything. They don't have none of that. It's not in them.
Hey, that came in perfect, the gunshots, because she was throwing them goddamn missiles, though. Real talk. OG was going crazy right there. Hold on, real talk. Hold on. Let's let her go. Let me run it back.
Dating for numerous reasons. So I'm not saying every black man with a white woman has views the white woman as superior. I don't want to say that. I don't know if that's the case, so I won't say that publicly, right? But there is an idea circulating that white women are nicer than black women.
Well, they are, because they haven't gone through what we have. They don't have the history we have. Why shouldn't she be nice? I remember one time I was in New Orleans doing a program, and we came out of this restaurant, and there was a white woman sitting on the curb, middle-aged white woman, and she was begging for change and everything. I said, I'm not giving you nothing. You a white woman. You got everything at your disposal that you could have in this country, and you sitting out here begging. And I told my party, don't give her nothing. I said, y'all just need to get up and go somewhere and clean yourself up and be white, and you get something going. All right. If not, if one of these stupid Negroes will get with you, but you got to clean up and do better than that. I say, but so she has certainly a better opportunity. Now, lower class white woman is not going to agree with that. She thinks she's having it as hard as black people. In fact, she thinks we the reason she have it hard. All right. But it's really not like that. That white privilege that they talk about is real. That's very real. And we practice.
Hey, man.
It's a little of it.
Hold on, dog. She was motherfucking going in right there, though. Hey, man. Hey. What can I fucking say? She said it all for a nigga right there, though. Real talk. She said all that shit. Hey, man, she was talking that shit for real, though. That got Shazara fucked up. She was talking that shit.
With each other.
Hold on.
You got everything at your disposal that you could have in this country, and you sitting out here begging. And I told my party, don't give her nothing. I said, y'all just need to get up and go somewhere and clean yourself up and be white, and you get something going. All right. If not, if one of these stupid Negroes will get with you, but you got to clean up and do better than that. I say, but so she has certainly a better opportunity. Now, lower class white woman is not going to agree with that. She thinks she's having it as hard as black people. In fact, she thinks we the reason she have it hard. All right. But it's really not like that. That white privilege that they talk about is real. That's very real. And we practice a little of it with each other on the lighter skins and the darker skins. We ate every idea they fed us. We ate it. Even though it was all against self, they taught us to want that. And we still continuing to do that now. We have learned to practice the technology they practice. And so we have distrust of each other. You know, you're going to trick me or I'm going to trick you. Just all kind of nonsense that we cannot dig up out of it until we give them their God back. We can't do it. It's just impossible. You can't hold on to everything that they stand for and then say you're going to make a change, because everything that they stand for is designed to destroy us.
And using our standards based on their standards, I think is all.
That's what we're not gonna do, though. That's why I love OG. That's what we're not gonna do, y'all. We're not gonna give them their God back, though. We're not gonna give them the God back that they gave to us, though. Not at all. Real talk. I love this OG right here, but I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. It's embedded in our hearts. It's embedded in our upbringing. Like, we're not giving their God back. I ain't gonna lie to you. The God that we should be praying to is the one that made us know that we have to be the soldiers that they was talking about to make it through these fucking struggles. Not that docile motherfucker that's talking about turn the other cheek and all that. That got us some places, but the one that stands strong, the one that says, okay, I understand who I am. I know where I come from. You got me fucked up. Nigga, you ain't no better or no lesser than me. You are lesser when it comes to biological and how shit was made. You are lesser. I ain't gonna lie to you. But you're not no lesser than me when it comes to a moral compass. Deciding on what's right and wrong. But maybe you are. Who knows? But I don't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Big cuz, man. The nigga that sleep on air mattresses with your mammy, nigga. On everything. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all gotta fuck with Shazara, man. Shazara Ali be spitting that goddamn game, boy. I swear she be going in. Let's go.
That white privilege that they talk about is real. That's very real. And we practice a little of it with each other on the lighter skins and the darker skins. You know, we ate every idea they fed us. We ate it. Even though it was all against self, they taught us to want that. And we still continuing to do that now. We have learned to practice the technology they practice. And so we have distrust of each other. You know, you're going to trick me or I'm going to trick you. Just all kind of nonsense that we cannot dig up out of it until we give them their God back. We can't do it. It's just impossible. You can't hold on to everything that they stand for and then say you're going to make a change, because everything that they stand for is designed to destroy us.
And using our standards based on their standards, I think is also a big.
They're not the same. They're not the same. Your nature's not the same as his. We keep pretending that they're human and have the natural feelings of sympathy and everything. They don't have none of that. It's not in them. You have it in you. Nobody never saved nobody but you. And you have been beat down so discouraged that it's very difficult. But I want you to know that you will be the winner. You are the original man.
That's right.
God didn't make everybody and then make you. He made you first, and everybody was modeled after you on some level.
Man.
That's real talk. That ain't to soothe your ego. These are actual facts that if we could get our men to understand and accept, and I know it don't look like it now. I know some of the guys in the gutter. I know some of them in prison. Some of them on drugs.
She's talking this shit. Oh my God. Hey, man. I almost had tears in my eyes. She's talking that shit. Hey, I'm supposed to marry her. Man, I would not. I swear to God, I can't say what I would be, but I would truly be a different person. This is coming from my family, like my mother, my sister, anybody that was around me as a kid. If I had somebody speaking that type of life into me, I don't know what I would be right now. I'll probably be a fucking astronaut or something. I don't know. God damn. Hey, man, that shit's real, though. Y'all got me fucked up. She was going to fuck in. I'm just going to run it back a little bit. Let's go.
And you have been beat down and so discouraged that it's very difficult. But I want you to know that you will be the winner. You are the original man. God didn't make everybody and then make you. He made you first, and everybody was modeled after you on some level. Okay? That's real talk. That ain't to soothe your ego. These are actual facts that if we could get our men to understand and accept, and I know it don't look like it now. I know some of the guys in the gutter. I know some of them in prison. Some of them on drugs. Some of them out here acting ignorant. Some of them pretending to be a woman. But that does not change the foundation of who you are and who made you, who is on your side, and who will pay the enemy back for what he has done to us.
You were saying that
Damn.
one of the greatest threats to Black women
Oh, I
is
didn't know.
loneliness,
Yeah.
right? Can you elaborate on that more?
Well, once again, you paraphrasing me, but yes.
Paraphrase it.
Because, I tell you, I have to say that
Paraphrase
because people go around saying I said all kind of things, and
You
I
didn't say
didn't
it.
say
I
that, but
understand
it was
that.
something similar to that, okay?
Do y'all see how pretty this woman is, though? This is a pretty fucking Black woman, though. And Black don't motherfucking crack. Man, for real, pretty teeth, pretty skin, like pretty guns, everything. Like I'll be listening to this woman, but I'll be watching her though, looking at her though.
Well, because we can survive without a man. We do all the time, all over the country for years. We can survive without sexual intimacy. We can survive. We can make it. All right. But we're not satisfied. Okay. I'm not going to say happy because the word happy is not in the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran. So it can't be that important. They've made it important to us because we spend money for happiness. All right. And we think it's everybody pick out what they want to have happiness. All right. But as I said, peace is the number one thing that creates happiness and allows.
You think everybody pick out what they want to have happiness. Oh my God, man, this motherfucker shit's crazy. Hey man, real talk. Hold on though. She just said something so fucking crazy and profound. We all gonna get some money. So guess what? We think we gonna pick out our happiness. Damn, that was hard, man. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. For real. It hit different. I ain't gonna lie to you. It just hit different when she said that shit. For real. God damn. Let's go.
Okay. I'm not going to say happy because the word happy is not in the Bible, the Torah, or the Quran. So it can't be that important. They've made it important to us because we spend money for happiness. All right. And we think it's everybody pick out what they want to have happiness. All right. But as I said, peace is the number one thing that creates happiness and allows all of the other things to grow and happen. But we're very lonely because of our men being so discouraged right now. Okay. Some of our best brothers are in prison. Okay. They get a different education there. And we are struggling, of course, with the mental health issues that has been forced on you by living in a hostile environment your entire life. Okay. A personal rejection is very, very, that's hard to handle over the years. Many of you have been rejected by your father. Some of you have been rejected even by your mother and the entire society. That's very hard. And we don't consider that. Now, I know right now it looks like we're having a harder time, but we ain't never had as hard a time as you because the enemy has always tried to take your place and make you look inadequate by giving us everything we need for us and our children to survive. So I looked at the television the other night, and that new guy, that Swarmer Harmony, whatever his name is, that's running in the election, a Republican, he said that many of our women keep the man out of the home so that we can get certain benefits. I'm paraphrasing him, but that's what he said. And that is such a great lie. It was the white man's idea to put y'all out of the house. It wasn't our idea. We tried to keep you in there. We would hide you under the bed, in the closet, anywhere. We weren't trying to separate from you. Plus, if you got a whole...
Facts. Y'all ever seen the movie Claudine? Man, Diane Curl was trying to keep James Earl Jones out of it. She was trying to make sure that he wasn't in that crib. You know what I'm saying? That social worker was coming over harassing that nigga. These are the movies we seen because the movie showed us the realities of the shit that we didn't get to see on a broad front. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, that nigga, it was just men's shoes in the house, a man's outfit. You don't get them benefits. That wasn't introduced by no black woman. That was introduced by mixing the movements, the white woman's liberal movement with the black woman's movement. And now all of a sudden the black man ain't shit. But he the reason why you able to be moving through these ghettos and these hoods and shit and don't nobody fuck with you. Y'all grew up together. Like, it's just weird, man. Let's go, man. Hey, back to it though. She's dropping that shit though on the ground. Y'all better pick it up. Let's go. Real though.
Project area with a lot of women and children. Where did they think them children came from? Okay, there's some men in and out there some kind of way. So, you know, this is a lie that they perpetrate. Now they're going to turn it back on us. This is how it's done. All right. The entire objective is to keep you and me apart. Whatever the risk is, whatever the cost is, they would rather deal with that than allow us to get together. You know, when I was young, they used to say that mafia stood for Mothers and Fathers and Association. I don't know if that's true, but it makes sense. All right. Because you can always do better with a helpmate. You can do better with peace. All right. That's the greatest inspiration. All right? I know how it affects myself. As I've written books over the years, I couldn't do them if anything else was going on. If I was waiting to pay my taxes, or if I had to go to a doctor appointment or something at the school, I could not do anything until completely everything was out of my head, everything calmed down where I was at peace and and then the ideas could come in.
Hey, she basically just laid down the motherfucking way we live. We be having all that coming at us, just everybody. And then sometimes you get to the point where you can't even focus on something that you really love or something that you want to do or something that you intended to do because you got all this going on in your brain. But it started off younger when we seen movie stars and we thought that they was living different than we was. And now with social media, we're able to feel like we're a social media sensation. You know what I'm saying? We're able to feel like this by going live and doing shows and doing podcasts and this being popular on social media. But guess what? We all going through the same bullshit. It's not nothing new and nothing different. Everybody's struggles just weigh on the motherfucking scale different at different points of times. We all still going through shit. We all still trying to find a way to make it out this shit. And we all still got to be stomping with our head high and making sure that we moving straight and keeping our structure together. Let's go.
And creativity is like that. As I said, I know that it's like that because it just come into you and then you have to get it out of you, no matter what it is. You know, we are creative like that. We are just, as an example, the white art museums. There's nothing but nonsense in there. We know it's just pure silliness. That art they talk about as art makes no sense. Their paintings are all, if it'll be maybe exactly like something. Now they like that realism because then they don't have to create nothing. Just paint the apple and there it is, and it's already an apple there, you know. But it comes up out of you. You don't have to have that kind of inspiration. If you can get cooled out, it bothers you so long until you have to get it out.
That's right.
This is what creativity. This is how greatness works for us. And so many of us are so talented, so great, so wonderful, and you know we're different. We really are, because you can see the way many of us wear our hair, the way many of us have a certain kind of nose, the way many of us wear certain jewelry. That's all different tribes. We wasn't one tribe that came to America.
Man, let's
and
go.
So we have those things still in us. And we try to express them, even with the long hair. And I know that's, you know, that's not the best thing we need to do is to put all that different fake stuff in our hair. But who has been the model of beauty for the Black woman in America? Who has been the model for hair for the Black woman in America?
A white woman.
The white woman. So we want our hair like hers. We want to mimic that. That was our model. And we don't we want to make it black colored hair. But then too, you know, we got slews of black women who have blonde hair, who are getting skin lightness. The self-hate we have been taught, you almost can't how you quantify that? Okay, and the more false stuff we have on, the more we hate ourselves. That's what that shows. You even got the brothers now getting weaves and getting braids and everything.
Hey,
It's we are not making the kind of progress we think we are.
What do you say to people who always say we are making progress? People would love to say that we're making progress. Race is no longer an issue. People are doing great.
What is no longer an issue?
People say race is no longer.
Oh,
an
that's
issue.
crazy. That's ridiculous.
I know
race is
I know
no
you
longer
heard that
an
one.
issue. Race is the only issue, and everything else just is lined up after that. But I have talked with people who have a similar idea that things are so much better now. Well, it depends on what.
Rondo, Miss Angela, look at Miss Kim. I mean, look him. My bad. Look at Kim. She was a beautiful black woman. She felt like the creator fucked up on her. She did so much shit to her. When we look at Lil' Kim, we throwing jokes, and it's really not funny because that nigga really looks like something we don't recognize. Lil' Kim, for real talk. Looks like like somebody blew up a Cabbage Patch doll and put hair on it though, and then started fucking with her body. Like, we don't recognize that little cute little girl we used to know, that cute young woman, that cute young tiger that was spitting all them bars. Like, she's ugly now. And she fucked up the creator's design because she felt like the creator made a mistake on her. It hurt your feelings. It hurt mine too. But think about all us men now that's in our 40s that was in love with Lil' Kim for real. Like, she was our Cardi B. She was our Meg Thee Stallion. She was our everything because she was a cute little chick. When we seen her in 2012 and 13, we was like, who the fuck is this? For real. We didn't recognize her. For real, we did not. We didn't recognize Lil' Kim though. We didn't know who the fuck she was. Real talk. We thought that was a black Chucky doll on steroids or some type of shit. I don't know. That nigga was ugly though.
What kind of equation you're setting up? If you're saying that they're not coming to our door at night, pulling us out, lynching us, they don't do that as much. They still do it. They just call it the police and that it's legal. These things are still happening. As I say, we're living in a hostile environment. And a friend of mine once told me, we're trying to normalize our captivity. We're trying to act like it's okay. It's okay. I'm all right. Everything's fine. I got a job. I got an apartment. I got a car. You know, I'm going on vacation. We having a family reunion. What, to celebrate your slave master's name?
Sarah Barton, they put her in the circus. That's how thick she was. She was the definition of curvy. Like all them statues and all them pictures you seeing from her time period, that was Sarah Bartman, and she was thick as fuck. Nah, real talk. Nah, that was real thickness. Like, nigga, I wanted to know if she was from Florida or what, bro. Like, she was eating good. Real talk. Hold on, let me run OG back just a little bit though. Here we go.
Only issue, and everything else just was lined up after that. But I have talked with people who have a similar idea that things are so much better now. Well, it depends on what kind of equation you're setting up. If you're saying that they're not coming to our door at night, pulling us out, lynching us, they don't do that as much. They still do it. They just call it the police and that it's legal. These things are still happening. As I say, we're living in a hostile environment. And a friend of mine once told me, we're trying to normalize our captivity. We're trying to act like it's okay. It's okay. I'm all right. Everything's fine. I got a job. I got an apartment. I got a car. You know, I'm going on vacation. We having a family reunion. What, to celebrate your slave master's name? We can't say that a name is not important. If it hadn't been important, they wouldn't have took it from us. Everything was geared to control us and turn us into a slave for them.
When did you change your name and how liberating was it?
My first husband, Brother Solomon, named me, and that was in 1967. He said, Sherazade, and I turned around. Okay, he said, that's you. And as the history turned out, as we studied it, Sherazade really means tranquility. Now, I know y'all don't think I'm tranquil, but I am. I really am. And she was the one that wrote the stories. Okay, and at that time, at first, I was trying to be a poet, incidentally. Okay, because it's a good way to express you. I advise anybody that wants to do something, write some poetry, but don't try to make everybody else enjoy it. You just write it for yourself. It's the way to purge. And I sent my poetry to the messenger, to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, who was responsible for my career, me writing all my books and everything. I sent it to him. I was so proud. I sent him about 2 poems. He sent me, at that time, you could write to the messenger. He would answer your questions.
Well, no, that's right.
And send you a letter back.
How did that make you feel when you responded?
Oh, it was just wonderful. Oh, I was just trembling. Of course, I can't find the letter. I was showing it to somebody about 20 years ago and it disappeared. But at any rate, he wrote me back one line in the letter. He said, Dear Sister Sherazade, I am not concerned with poetry.
I know, that's right.
That was the last poem I wrote. That was the end of that. Oh, I was so embarrassed to myself. You know, and that's in one of our prayers. And that should be in some of all of our people's prayers. We have one line in there that says, I have been greatly unjust to myself. So when we are doing evil, when we are doing something bad, or it may look like physically that we're doing it to that person or some other organization, but you're really doing that to yourself. You don't have to believe in God, because God believes in you.
Oh, okay? Shit.
And
I'm gonna stop it right there. Hold on. Man, that was so motherfucking gangster what she just said. For real though. Before you apologize to anybody, before you forgive anybody, forgive your motherfucking self, nigga. Don't let no situation get you so disconnected to where you can't forgive yourself. For real. And that's when I really learned to start living, is when I forgave myself for shit I did. You know what I'm saying? That was so hard what she just said, man. Shazara Ali, I definitely got to check that shit out, man, right? Real talk. That's a real one right there. This one right here is called On How to Make the Black Family Stronger. Just check it out on YouTube. The first one, the one that I was doing the excerpts from, is called The Guide to Understanding a Black Woman. Shazara Ali, man. Conversations we need to be having in our community, but we don't. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully we will, though. Because we in the third quarter. I keep telling y'all, man. We in the third quarter. Yeah, I know what time it is. For real, though. All right, man. Real deal, man. I'm out of here with this, man. Y'all fuck with me tomorrow. Let's go. It was the wrong time. You can't tell a person how to grieve, you feel me? They ain't on your time. They on God's time. Can't judge a person's growth or their development. They ain't on your time. They on God's time. Can't tell a person when they gonna come up out of something or when it's gonna get better. They ain't on your time. Can't tell a person how to grieve or how to heal. This life we live is so real. Obstacles in the way, snakes in the field. Murder rate going up, we don't give a fuck. Never thought we would be giving up. Everything we glorify is helping us to self-destruct. A life ain't shit, they'll take it, cuz ain't no respect if you don't kill or got your paper up. Welcome to the West End, where loyalty is missing. You get snaked by your best friend. Set his people up and got him touched over jealousy. All we ever wanted was peace, and it'll never be. Long time running these streets, fucking off hella cheese. Penitentiary numbers stamped on us, homies vamped on us. The police saw me slipping, put the clamps on them. Set me down for a sec, I was a whole mess.
I close my eyes and reminisce on all my lost soul. Life is low. Die, you cross over. I spark Doja, trying to keep my spirits up. Fuck a shot, pour me a cup, fill me up. Shit is hectic, can't do nothing but respect it. Life's a never-ending thought, so you can't forget it. The journey brings growth, so you can't regret it. But we've all wasted time and just can't accept it. My 30s flew by, experienced different lows but no new highs. Just getting dust, splitting blunts, getting drunk, and hitting the old girl up, cause I'm finna fuck. I'm kinda giving up, but that's some selfish shit. I'm a black man, I expected this. This is excellence, effortless. I ain't squashing no beef, I just did this.